I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Great Indian Festival. Day two, pretty much, or number two show match coming on down through for this championship. It's going to be your boy Aggressive, joined by none other than our favorite bouncing baby boy, Quaint. And hey, we're back. It's a brand new day and a brand new start. So let's head on down over on today's pictures and see exactly who's going to be playing on this show match. And honestly, I'm really excited you're playing. It's gonna be two pro players, pro teams, sorry, this time around going up against one another. It's gonna be M42 Esports going up against Team EXO, our second runners up as
Hmm.
well. So in a way, I'm really excited for this show match because M42 they have a lot to prove as they are gonna be heading down over onto this match and going up against a juggernaut here. Will they be able to cope up with it? It's gonna be the real question.
Exactly. I feel like they would be able to cope up with it, but I'm pretty sure the audience is also going to be super excited because it's M42 we were talking about. And for the uninitiated, M42 is basically a fairly newer team with amazing names in it. We got Sam, we got Emo, Hyper, Rix, and you cannot forget him. We got Venom in the team, and that entire roster going up against a god like Team EXO. Boy, this is going to be one exciting match and one that I cannot wait to like jump right into aggressive.
Yeah, I'm gonna be really excited for this one, that's for sure, because both of these teams, we know what they are capable of, but at the same time,
Sure.
M42, they're like the new kid around the block, and they are making strides in our entire scene, but they're just not there yet. And going up against a juggernaut just like the side of Team Exo, it's gonna be a difficult one. But hey, speaking of juggernauts, Juggernaut's back at Amazon. They got a lot of great and amazing deals for you at the Great Indian Festival sales. It's gonna be there. It's already live. We gotta head on down over there. Get yourself that big peripheral that you
Yep.
want because hey, this is in association with Logitech Queen. Can you believe that? With
Exactly. And I
Logitech, with mice, with headsets, with
you
headphones, and
gotta
also webcams.
you
Webcams, man.
honestly
Believe that.
exactly, you honestly gotta see it to believe it. And honestly, considering how this entire work from home is happening, the webcams are obviously going to be in high demand. So if you ever been looking for an upgrade, you can always go and get one. And on top of that, you there's so many things that I'm pretty sure you guys must have been waiting for the entire year. Maybe wireless
Like the G Pro
earphones, maybe.
Wireless.
Yeah,
G Pro
exactly,
Wireless.
exactly. And on top of that, you could always, get your televisions. And what if you just wanted to upgrade your gaming setup? You could just go get some amazing monitors that are on sale over there, amazing keyboards, mice, everything. And on top of that, this is in association with Logitech. So go pick up a G Pro X wireless because it doesn't get any better than that, does it, Abrasive?
It really doesn't. If you want to get that pure raw crispy aim, and you can't blame your mouse. Plus, if you're holding a G Pro in your hand, you're not going to break your mouse in the process as well. You're going to be like,
True.
no, I'm holding gold in my hand, man. And that gold is going to be on a discount as well.
True.
And the prices are not going to be getting any better as we head on down over to the Great Indian Festival. And when you consider the price pool as well here, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be quite an interesting one for sure because the price pool is going to be 1,11,000 111. No, I am not joking. That's actually the price pool.
Yeah, he's not wrong. He's not joking at all. One. For those of you who don't believe it, you can go check it out. And I was kind of shook myself. I found out about it like a few seconds ago because Grace
Mhm.
told me, boy.
Yeah, like we were not expecting that, but hey, if the team are fighting for such a odd number, whoever gets that 1 rupee is gonna be the luckiest guy ever. You never really know now, do you? But moving on down the line here from that, ladies and gentlemen, as we talk a little bit more about the rosters, Team EXO, we we know for a fact what they're capable of. So let's head on down over onto the map video screen to see exactly where we're going to be taken into. Because I personally do believe that M42, we don't really have a lot of data on them, but we know for a fact that they're a team that are making a lot of strides on the entire scene. But Team EXO, we know for a fact that they're the juggernauts here. They're the ones who have proven themselves over and over again to be a top contender, to be a top three squad in our entire region. But
True.
they're still rough around the edges. And the thing is, will the new kid around the block just take them out and be the next juggernaut? That's what M42 are here to do.
Well, aggressive that we're going to be seeing in a very short amount of time. But look at this: the map that is usually the decider, and the map that most people normally don't want to be playing on because it's like it's not even about it being complicated. It's just never ever, at least from what I've seen, it's never ever picked as map number one. But M42 has gone ahead and picked that up as map number one and split. I'm pretty sure they're going to be
Team
playing
EXO
very
picked it up.
strategically and. To be honest, I'm again, like you said, we don't have a lot of data on this entire team and how this team plays together or how they individually play either. And the only person, at least from my side, that I know is Venom, and I'm looking super forward to seeing how he's going to be performing here against Team EXO. Because man, there's so many people I'm pretty sure who look up to him, right? Like this guy's a legend, and he's been playing ever since the nascent stages of tactical shooters. And I mean, almost everybody's heard of him, and they all look up to him, like emotionally and literally too. The guy is 6'4". I kid you not, he's that tall. They always look up to him, even if it's not about his skills. They always do.
How many more puns are we going to be seeing today is going to be the real question. Suddenly, there's going to be a couple of venom puns as well, a couple of snakes coming on
True. I
down
mean,
through. You
obviously.
never really know. You never really know. That's Quaint for you, ladies and gentlemen. So if you hate him, make sure to type in chat end Quaint and possibly make a Reddit thread out of it as well. You never really know what you can find there. But
Yeesh.
moving on down from that, the map number one being split, and that's a pickup from the side of Team EXO. It's not really a bad idea because Team EXO, they have a really good track record on this map. We know for a fact what they're capable of. They are able to take down a lot of the other Juggernauts team here as well. They have a lot of different quirky strategies here, especially with Sai being the one to pick up that KO. The KO, in my eyes, is one of the strongest pickups on the map of Split because any other initiator, other than Breach and Sky, of course, is not that strong on this map in particular. But the thing with KO is that you can be a lot more reactive and a lot more proactive as well, depending on the composition that the enemy has. And you can switch up the meta in a matter of seconds and also make a lot of your pushes a lot more simpler. But from the side of M42, we don't know what to expect from them. What do you think, Point? Are they going to be shifting much more towards the traditional Breach Jet combination, or maybe going in for a double duelist without any form of initiator, but at the same time not having an initiator and going in for a double sentinel based composition is only something that you do when you're on the defensive side. But in this time, it's going to be M42 on the attacking side.
True, but like, listen, I want to give you a little bit of my own insight, but like you said, we don't have any data on this team at all. Like, I've seen Venom play on a few maps here and there now and then, but I haven't seen this entire roster play together as a team. I'm really looking forward to this because I'm hoping that they've gotten enough time to like sync with each other and to like let it sink in that they're supposed to be together as a team, as a family. And if they have managed to do that so far, I'm pretty sure they're going to be strong. But we still cannot, make a judgment on what kind of strategy they're going to be going in for, whether they're going to be super aggressive, super passive, or like somewhere in between. But we do know the team EXO, they cannot be undermined at all. And honestly, right now, even though I want to give it a little bit to Team M42, they are the ones who have to pull up a lot of slack to go up against a team like Team EXO.
Yeah, when you consider Team EXO being on this map in particular, though, they have a massive win streak. Consider something. They have lost very, very, very few games. I do believe that their ratio is around the 84%, 85% mark, and they've won pretty much everything. They don't lose on this map at all. Their strategies are sound, their strategies are clean, and even though they sometimes just drop the ball because they are overly aggressive from time to time, they lose out on the trade battles, but they're still there. This is a map where they're really comfortable in, and especially a map where Wim feels super comfortable. The thing about the Sentinel player is that if the Sentinel player feels very comfortable on a map in particular, you know for a fact that he's not going to be missing any of his shots. As soon as the Sentinel player himself is super uncomfortable, that's when you know that the site is going to be weak. That's when you know that the entries from the opposition team will be a lot more stronger. But with Wim being on his home map, on his Killjoy, I personally do believe that M42 are going to have a rough time trying to break into any of the sites that he is holding. He's going to be the gatekeeper for a lot of the avenues and a lot of the fights that M42 are going to be taking. So let's see, are they going to be up to the challenge? Do they have a strategy to maybe go up against them? This is a show match, though, ladies and gentlemen. You do need to remember, but still, the teams are fighting for a massive prize pool. 1 lakh is not something to scoff at all, Quaint. And plus, when you add that 11111 to the end, that's even better.
I know, actually. And honestly, even if it's not just for the memes, even if it's not just for the prize pool, you kind of have to get competitive at one point or the other. I mean, that's what makes the entire game fun, right? And they're about ready to have that fun, have that competition as the game is ready, and we're going to be jumping straight into that. And boy, I'm pretty sure the both of us are as excited as the audience is to jump straight into this. But I honestly want you to take the first round because I really want to get to know M42 a little bit and see how they want to play.
When you consider the compositions that they're running for, the biggest question mark in my eyes is them picking up a Raze Breach combination with the double Sentinel basis. The thing is, I like that. Both of the sides went in for that double sentinel. There's no Astro pickup. There is nothing. The primary initiator from the side of Team EXO, though, is the KO. KO is really good. KO is really strong. It can do a lot, but it's kind of dangerous as well to get a lot to work with, Sam. He's gonna be the first one to take contact, and with a massive push from the side of Team EXO down towards that A side. They should be pushing B right now. But M42, they're playing it slow. They're waiting for an aggressive peak. They lost a lot of space. This could just cost them here as well.
honestly. And to be honest, we can't call out much yet because it kind of gives you an idea as to how M42 is going to be playing off the bat. Like on a
Oh,
pistol
and
round where
steady.
people normally go for aggressive pushes just to find out how the other people are going to be playing. But no, they're playing it a little split up, a little smarter. They're just trying to. I'm very sure it's just them not underestimating Team EXO at all. But at the same time,
Oh,
considering how much they're
are you serious?
respecting them, Team EXO should be scared because of them 42 we're talking about. And Emo is just gonna be jumping straight into the action and taking Ghost out with a double right tap of this classic. But look at this, they're getting control of both sides. It's not just one. The spike, however, is all the way up
Are you
on A side,
serious,
if I'm not
Emo?
wrong. Emo's just having fun over there. He's gone full Emo abrasive.
Spike planted.
You can't be serious. Is he actually gonna make this happen? He's
Oh my
doing so
lord.
much all by himself. He entered into the A side by himself, got 2 kills, possibly getting another one as well. Sai, it's all up to him. Swing around the corner. Sai's gonna be able to take down one. Blackhawk's not even good for another one. Shots are gonna be clean from both sides, but is it gonna be enough here? Blackhawk is all on his lonesome. He cannot wait for Sai because if he waits for Sai here, he's gonna get killed soon enough. Venom's gonna be the one to go in for a swing. Ties him down to 23 HP. He has nothing to work with. 2 players on 2 sides. It's gonna be a KO knife being used. It's just not gonna be enough. Sam's gonna be good for 1 kill. Sai's gonna be good for another, but it's just not gonna be enough. There's not really a lot of time. How much more can you do here? Rex is gonna be the one to shut him down instead. And this was such an unconventional strategy that I believe that Team EXO, they just got thrown into a loop here. They didn't even know what hit them.
Exactly. I mean, more than them, I'm kind of confused, and this is refreshing. This is not something that I see on the map of Split. I don't see this sort of a strategy ever anytime anyway, because it's a really huge risk if you're going to be going in for, a split play. And if you're talking about a split play, it normally entails having a midsection, which this map does, but it normally entails, a few players going down mid, a few players going down the main side of the site that they want to take control of, and it's just pincering the entire team and catching them by surprise. But this was completely different. They kept Team EXO on the edge and figuring out where they're going to be hitting, and they managed to do equal damage on both ends, and they just took control of side B, which as simple as that. And look at this, even now they're pushing EXO back into a corner. They haven't gone in for a proper take yet, but they're doing the same trick that they pulled off last time. They're going for the same recipe, as a matter of fact, and the spike on top of that, I'm pretty sure, is all the way up on A. So any noise or any information given out here on the side of B is just going to keep EXO guessing and keeping most of the resources here over here, leaving the rest of A just clear for the taking. They're just waiting for EXO to push, and they're not taking chances at all. This also means that they can't play around with time much, and finally they're going to be pushing, and Ghost
Oh,
is
look
going
at
to be
Sai.
first one
Look at
to
Sai.
shut it down. But okay, yeah. He's just there and nobody's seeing him, but it's not going to matter much because nobody's going to be pushing that midsection aggressive. So it's all Gucci for now.
Yeah, Sam, he played that really smart. He was like,
Yeah.
nope, I'm not gonna be going from mid. There's possibly a guy there. It's gonna be really dangerous. So let's not just play that angle. We can play it safe. We can play it slow. Hyper though, he's gonna be going hyper aggressive. Gets that kill down when he goes TikTok style. And with that, that's gonna be 1 kill for 1. But still, damn, he's not gonna be able to find it. The double feats are gonna be stronger. Oh my god, they're actually making it work. Back on time to go for 1 kill. On the back end's gonna be Sai. Sai's not gonna be able to find that one though. Instead, it's gonna be Venom for 2 kills, but this eco round's getting closer and closer to the margin. Paranoid's gonna be there as well, and there's nothing that Sai can do. Gets caught out. Rix is gonna be the one to shut him down instead. But this was a very close round. Normally, eco round should never be this close, but at the same time, M42. I like the fact that they're playing it very slow. They're playing it very tactical. They're showing a lot of respect for the side of Team EXO, but at the same time, disrespect could just be the end of them. Sometimes, like, Quaint, I always tell you this as well. Showing respect is good, but showing too much respect to a team can cost you a lot of rounds as well.
True, it's probably gonna make you be a bit too passive, and you're gonna lose out a lot on time if you're gonna be taking too much
And
for
space.
and waiting. Yeah, time and space, true, because Team EXO, if they're gonna get impatient enough, they're gonna be pushing in. But if M42 are confident enough, it all depends upon the situation right now. And speaking of the situation, Excali just lined up perfectly for him, and he gets 1 kill. And Wham! With a Nano Swarm takes down Sam, and already is looking really good for Team EXO. M42, they're being pushed back a little. They can't really do much at this point. They do have their guns. They do have 3 players more, and the spike plant is going to be going in, but they have to play this very close to the chest aggressive, because any misstep right now by Rix, because Rix is in a really good spot. If he peeks out at the wrong time, he will not get a kill, and he's not going to be getting a kill because Excali is going to be shutting him down. Emo over here, although he had a good run in the first 2 rounds, he's just going to be just a tad bit short of getting that kill, and he is going to be taken down by Ghost, and that was the last player over there, aggressive. So all in all, the better guns was all EXO needed to get their confidence back and also their mojo. So if guns is what gives EXO their mojo, M42 is going to be really hard for them.
That's the thing that I was talking about. Yeah, going in for fast rushes is fine. Going in for slow methodical play is also good. The thing is that they need to find a fine balance. In this round in particular, they just bum rush the A site without really any form of utility clearing whatsoever. A little bit questionable because whenever they have a killjoy, you need to be sure where the killjoy is holding, get a little bit of information, and then start bum rushing the site together as a unit. Then you get a lot more plays to be done. Then you're going to be able to do a lot more for your squad. But in this situation, that's just not the case. They need to be a lot more careful here going up against Team EXO because they're catching up to the shenanigans. An unfortunate nade coming on down through from the side of Excalibur. It's not going to be able to find it. No real information, no real damage being given, but Ghost, he's playing with fire. He nearly gets taken out as well. If that was a Vandal, he was just dead there.
Yep. And on top of that, yeah, he was playing with fire. He got burnt, and he had to put a little ice on that burn over there to heal himself up. But is that going to be enough? Because the aggression is coming on from M42, and it's honestly scaring EXO a little bit. And me on top of that, because if it's not properly executed, M42, they're going to be facing a world of hurt. Because they're still a little spread apart aggressive. They're not going in for a proper push as of now. And EXO, they're taking... Yeah, I mean, EXO's taking every chance they get to push them back, and their utilities, M42's utilities, are being whittled down one by one. And once they're all out of them, they're not going to have any options left. So they actually have to make their move now.
Try and find something here because now, with so much real estate being gained by Team EXO, they almost have nothing to worry about. It's all up to Hyper. Hyper needs to get these 2 kills here. This is super crucial. He's going to be going for one. He's actually going to be going for a second. Hyper! This guy's too good, man. He's gonna be able to find that 2 kills, but at the same time, with only 20 seconds left on the clock, they need to go for a fast rotation down towards that B side and go in for that plant. And it's all up to Sai. Sai needs to hold this. Sai's gonna need to be the one who needs to make the difference here. Not gonna be able to find the shot. They know that he's up top, but Sai's gonna be good for 1 kill at the bare minimum. Should be able to take down 1 more. He's just not gonna be able to find it. 6 seconds left on the clock. They're gonna be going in for that plant. Venom's gonna be good for 1 kill. Excali's gonna get the trade down over onto the side of Sam. That's all that he's gonna be getting probably. Nothing that he can do here. Emo's gonna be the one to thread that needle, take down Excali, show who's the better raise.
But here's the thing about
M42, take another round.
True, but here's the thing about M42, right? Whenever I see them, yeah, we both get tensed a little bit, right? Because the amount of time they're taking, the amount of space they're giving away to EXO, it kind of tenses us out as players too, not just casters, tenses us out as players too. But here's the thing. In spite of that, the determination and the teamwork that they have is unparalleled. Because every time they're pushing in, even at the last second, they know exactly what their teammates are thinking, and they know exactly where to look.
Look at Rix though, this setup is so uncommon. Do you see how he's setting himself up for an A flank? You don't expect things like this. M42, they're playing so unconventional, and it's throwing the side of EXO off like crazy. But hey, Venom going in for a play like that with the Omen, I don't know how strong that's gonna be, but hey, I guess he could have gotten a kill, but the side of EXO, they were just a lot more wiser than him honestly, in that situation.
That was honestly a good call, considering the fact that they knew that the opponents were on an eco. They were like, you know what, why not? Let's go for that risky play, the one that everybody knows, and they kind of use it like a bait. That was a really good play, but Wimp's aim today, that's exactly what Venom wasn't expecting.
Yeah, it's gonna be crispy. He's getting all of his shots, but now he needs to hit a lot more. Wimp's in a good position. He's wanting to go in for those jiggles. He wants to swing it, but he's just not gonna be going in for it. And that's gonna cost him right there. Rix is gonna be the one to shoot him down instead. And with that, that's gonna be the entrance that they needed. That's gonna be the first initial kill that they required to get this entry open for themselves. They have the entire site in their favor, and also Excali, he has a Phantom to work with. Maybe if that Phantom sings, it's gonna be good. Blackhawk's gonna be good for 1 kill at the bare minimum. A little bit dicey, but hey, right at the very end, he's gonna be the one to find it all. Now it's all up to Excali. He needs to make that Phantom sing, otherwise it's all done and dusted for him.
Remove.
It's down to the last second. The spike has already been planted. It's not going to be that hard, easy for M42 right now because they don't have the player advantage. But if they play their cards right, because the opponents are on an eco, the cards are being dealt, but they're not being perfect. But still, they're going to be managing to pull it all together. This guy's on some hyper aggressive stuff right now, aggressive, and honestly, I'm loving this, and I'm pretty sure so are you, because we've been talking about Hyper every time that he's up there on that heaven position, every time he's peeking, he's landing those shots, and from the look of things, it kind of feels like he has a really high sensitivity, but he's got his aim down together, and boy, he's on fire right now.
That's a lot of discipline. The way he's able to swing corners as well, extremely beautiful. I have to say that the way he's swinging is what's giving him a lot of these incredible advantages.
Yeah.
He swings corners with a lot of confidence. Normally, whenever a player swings a corner, they have a little bit of hesitation when they don't know someone's around that corner. And Hyper, he just doesn't have that. He's swinging, he's able to react so quickly because of that. Those are the type of things that you really want to see coming on down from a player, but at the same time, Sam and Excali, they're going to be the ones to exchange a couple of bullets. Both get tagged down to really low levels of HP. Both get a top-up heal from their sages. So in a way, it's just a reset. Just a little bit of information being given away. But at the same time, from the side of Team EXO, they have a lot of ultimates to work with. 5 ultimates. They need to make this work. Play it slow. Play it smart. You have the KO ultimate as well. If you're worried about a Rolling Thunder, make sure to pop that ultimate early. Force them over towards that other side. You know for a fact that they're not going to be pushing into a KO. That's for sure.
Indeed, and considering how M42 is playing it out right now, I just want to say this. It's a 1-4, and I don't want to be calling any predictions yet, but they look super strong, right? Yes, it's a team that we don't have a lot of data on, but from the data that we're getting so far, at least just these 5 rounds, it looks super nice, looks super strong, and it looks like a tactical unit.
Oh, they know.
Perfect position. Sai just misses the most crucial shot, but let's see if he's going to be getting the ones after that. Does manage to pick up 1, but it doesn't really matter because Hyper's there right around the corner to pick up Venom. His buddy's back in action, and now they have to go in for the execute, and they're not risking it at all. Sai, however, he's not risking it either, and it's going to be an entire shutdown coming in from the side of EXO. They've had enough of M42's tricks and games, and now they're in it to win it, and that was a clean and perfect shutdown by EXO.
This is what I meant. Yeah, showing respect to your opponents is a good thing, but showing too much respect is going to end up in a really bad situation. They went in for a fake down towards that B side by investing the Rolling Thunder of Sam. But they didn't go in for a push. They were actually pushing down towards that A side. Tell me how many rounds have they done this? They've done this for about like what, 3 rounds even? And they're going in for the same strategy over and over again. They need to switch things up, go in for fast rushes, go in for something a little bit more simpler. Throw the side of Team EXO into a loop, so that you are a lot more unpredictable. The predictability of M42 is getting to them. They invested 2 ultimates in that round, and that's going to cost them massively.
But to be honest, I'm still gonna give it to them. These executes that they're having, this is exactly what I'm loving them for. But then again, it's EXO with the amount of experience we're talking about, the experience and the aim to boot. So it's gonna be really hard for M42. This particular round, to be honest, wasn't that much of a damage because it still wasn't eco. But yeah, I get your point. You're right. You're completely right. That it's becoming a little more predictable for EXO because they're reading through M42 strategies, and they're kind of gonna be sticking to the same strategy so far. And we've seen teams playing on raw aim. We've seen teams playing on just peaks and on just utilities. But M42, they seem to be like the kind of guys who want to have like maybe 10 plans, 10 execution plans in their pockets, and they just shuffle through them. It's like taking all of our cards out and putting them on a vinyl and hoping that your opponents are not going to be able to figure it out.
Yeah, but at the same time, you never really know who's going to be on the other side of things, do you? Now,
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be Sai's turn to try and hold down the fort here. He does get a little bit of information. It is going to be side of M42 going in for a little bit more of an hyper-aggressive play of their own. They have aggressive mid control, but the thing is, that wall is going to force them into a corner. You don't know what's on the other side of that wall, but I like this Ghost. He's playing it super safe. He's playing at the off angle, and that off angle is going to give him an advantage. Once again, M42, they're not forcing the issue. They're not gaining any form of information. That's the thing. Waiting until the very last seconds of a round is completely fine if you are able to gain some information. Where's their information? They need to find something because they're walking into a B side being stacked by 3 players. There's a Killjoy. There's a Sage with the Slorbs as well. How do they want to enter this?
This is going to be a difficult task for them, but this is exactly how they're going to be entering a Paranoia and a return Paranoia at that. Ghost has vision on M42.
Behind Evo.
But Wimp is the one who's going to be picking those kills up aggressive because it's just working out for him. Ghost comes in, picks up a kill for himself, and it's all whittled down to just 1 sole player, which is going to be Rix at a really, really low HP. And he can't really do much over here because Sai's right on the corner. But Sai, what is happening, buddy? It's okay, it happens to the best of us. But yeah, a 1 whiff shot, but that's going to be the maximum that Sai's going to be allowing because he's not going to be allowing his mouse to go out of his control anytime soon. Aggressive. The 1 shot even misses, the next shot he's going to be making count.
If you don't want to miss your shots as well, make sure to head on down over to the Great Indian Festival sales on Amazon. Get yourself that G Pro wireless from Logitech because if you don't want to miss your shots, if you want to hit everything, Queen, remember G Pro
True.
wireless, G Pro Super Light. Hey, they got you covered. And if it's on a sale, why not get it, man? It's a once in a lifetime
Exactly.
opportunity.
He's
You can
right,
literally
yeah.
hold gold in your hand.
I mean, audience, just so you know, he's completely right and he's speaking from experience. But speaking of experience, EXO is clearly showing theirs because Wimp off the bat, he gets a kill. But Sam, he's just going to be like, yeah, you're not the only old kids on the block. And he gets a beautiful sheriff one tap. But is that going to be all aggressive? Because right now they've gone back to their passive playstyle. That initial burst of energy, that initial burst of aggression. There was an equal trade, but that's about it. Size right around the corner, help his buddies out, but he has no information. He has no idea that the Omen Venom is around there in the corner. A beautiful flash from his buddy boy Sam over there, just so that Venom can get a little bit of information and come right back. Look at this. There's no overextension.
Sam, you just don't do that.
No, you don't do that, Sam. That is just insane. And Size is gonna be sitting there scratching his head as he's gonna be wondering how an operator like that can just be destroyed by a player from M42 like that. Amazing work by Sam, but right now adversity is yet not over. It's still a 3v4 situation. The plan has gone down aggressive, but it all is depending on this. Sam hoping for another wonder, tries to go in, but Blackhawk is not going to be letting that happen. Hyper is going to be picking up the kills after him though. 2 kills, but he's being blown to bits by Excali as he gets stuck in that trap. 1v2 situation. It's yet up to Rix to pull off this clutch. He does not have anything true, but he still could be able to pull it off, but there is no time. And all he can give to the situation is his life aggressive. His life. Yeesh.
That was the most sussy baka shot that I have seen ever coming out down through from Sam.
Oh
like,
my god.
Bruh, like, I'm pretty sure that Sai was just not ready for that. No one would be ready for that. No crab walk peeks a corner, gets an operator player, somehow gets a kill. Sai's like, oh, he's gonna swing the corner, let me hold it for a short swing. Then suddenly the guy just crab walks his way in, shoulder to shoulder, and he's like, oh, peekaboo, I see you. Pops him in the forehead. Really good shots from the side of M42, but that was just an ego round. They were able to deal a good chunk of damage, but the operator is still in the hands of Sai. So in a way, what's their plan now? I don't like the fact that they're not going in for fast execution down towards that B side, and now Team EXO, they're trying to gain some real estate here, but it's really dangerous. You don't want to do that against a team of M42's caliber because they are a team that are relying purely on the side of EXO to make mistakes. And if you don't make any mistakes, if you don't go in for aggressive pushes, you're going to be the ones to win out here. You're going to be the ones to be in that better hold position. But Sam, he has the Rolling Thunder now. That Rolling Thunder will be crucial for an execution down towards that B side. They need to cut their losses, go in for a fast rush, and I personally do believe they're going to be able to catch EXO off guard.
Yo, aggressive. Honestly, it looks to me that M42 is playing chess in Valorant. The amount of control, the amount of thought they're putting into it, the amount of thought they're putting into the strategies is just mind-boggling. And sometimes it's working out for them, but sometimes EXO's experience is getting the better of them. But look at this Hyper. He's got Hyper. Sonic yet again gets a kill. Just nearly misses Venom. Venom tries to get that kill, but the entire team is there to pick up Honest Lack. But Blackhawk, he's picked up 2 kills already. And it's going to be putting up a lot of damage. But still, Hyper has picked up his buddy over there. And honestly, a little bit of bad luck from the side of Excali as he tries to get the shot, but it just doesn't land right now. 2v4 situation.
Dude, it landed through.
It did, but it wasn't enough to kill him, and he's still alive and kicking. That's exactly what matters for M42 right now. As I'm saying this, I don't really think that M42 should face much of a problem because their positioning is really, really tight and aggressive. Look at that.
This is just all done and dusted. Excali just can't do this. One person right on his back. Hyper's gonna be the one to shut him down instead. Hyper gets a 3K. He just shuts everything down. And Quinn, once again, I don't understand. The side of Team EXO, they're going in for pushes that they really shouldn't be going for. If this is what M42 is doing, you do not need map control. Just hold down your sight.
Exactly.
Just stay inside there.
I'm telling you, chess. They're playing chess right now.
Yeah, they are.
Even. I mean, I respect EXO for all of the things that they've done and the amount of experience that they have, but right now, M42, you gotta hand it to them. They're playing chess.
Yeah, but like EXO just doesn't understand what kind of strategy is this. This is the first time I'm seeing any team actually going in for such slow, methodical plays. That's not something that you would expect. That's not something that we ever see even.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's from their past tactical shooter experience, and this is exactly what I was expecting or hoping for. Not even expecting, hoping for. And I'm so happy that I'm getting it, man.
The thing is, I like their playstyle though. It's very slow, it's very methodical, but sometimes I
Yeah.
do believe that they're getting a little bit too slow. But at the same time,
Mm-mm-mm.
EXO, they're
Yeah.
making a lot of mistakes.
Okay,
That's the
ladies and
thing.
gentlemen, you know
What?
why aggressive is preferring the aggressive playstyle. I mean, do I even have to like spell
Okay,
it out for
okay,
you?
okay. Just walk away from this chair, never come out back to it. I think my producer's not gonna mind if I solo cast this entire thing after you making
Oh
that
my
joke.
god.
So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, back to the point that I was trying to make. That this slow playstyle could be deadly, but hey, if it's working, it's working. But Ghost, Ghost, no one knows. No one knows that he's there still. Venom's gonna be the one to take down Side. The Side's gonna be entered onto Blackhawk's the last line of defense. It's gonna be Ghost with 1 kill. Ghost is gonna be able to shut down the turret as well. So there's nothing to really worry about. They don't know where Blackhawk is holding, not just yet. Venom's holding him down from a corner. It's such a deadly corner. They're gonna be clearing him soon enough. It's gonna be 1 more kill from the side of Ghost as well. There's nothing that Rix can do. Rix is just stuck in a corner. Where do you go? Where do you hide? You have nowhere to go and nowhere to run as well. 6 and 5 on the scorecards for the side of Team EXO, ladies and gentlemen. And hey, just as I said, if EXO don't really give any form of a peak or any form of a hyper-aggressive push of their own, there's nothing that M42 can do. They're purely relying on EXO to make the mistakes here.
True. You're absolutely right. And it honestly boils down to how it's going to be working out for them on top of that. And right now, that last round, honestly, I had to give it a Ghost, man. He literally turned into his namesake. He turned into a Ghost because nobody saw him and he popped out at the right time to help his buddies out. And it just worked beautifully out for him. And it was only Rix. Yet again, it's somehow always Rix who's left out to clutch out the rounds. Honestly, if you got a counter, or if the amazing audience have got counters, can you just start counting the number of times Rix is left out to clutch?
Ghost. He's playing with fire right there. He wanted to hold the corner. Hyper's gonna be the one to give him a couple of love taps at least. Send him back home.
Right there.
But now, things have slowed down once again. They're trying to gain some real estate. They're trying to play it slow. They're trying to play it steady. But Excali, this could just be deadly if you're not careful here. Sam's right around the corner. Does he expect it? He spots on the gun barrel. He's going in for the shots as well. And Excali's gonna be the one to kill him. Send Sam back home. And now, they don't have an initiator anymore, Queen. This take is just gonna get even more difficult, Venom. You don't want to jump down there. There's an angry Excali right around the corner. He has a Vandal with your name written on it.
I love how everybody is just honestly playing, playing super individually right now. It's so adaptive. They've just changed from going together as a team and going in for a little bit of split takes to just when they're riddled down to 3 players, they're just gonna be like, you know what, we'll spread ourselves across the map and we're just gonna be clearing out corners really, really carefully and trying to take individual fights. And I'm loving the way that they're doing that. Venom is out on his lonesome, but over here we got Hyper and Emo, but Hyper is going to be down and out to the count because Side Dreams, he's not going to be missing any of the shots, and neither are his buddies because Wimp, his shots are good to go, and they're going to land all on Emo to take him down. Venom, however, he's going to have that sting, he's going to have that Viper bite, but that's not going to be enough for him because Side Dreams, again, has picked up a really good position to hold down there, and that's something that Venom didn't really have the chance to clear out that well because time was honestly not on his side at that point. But yes, that brings us to the topic at hand, doesn't it? They're taking way too much time to go into their executions. And it's not like other teams. I've seen other teams just waiting it out in the exact same position, waiting, waiting for somebody to push through. But more than that, it's M42 spreading themselves out and waiting it out. And they're not just, holding one particular position. I feel like they kind of tend to shift and move under pressure, and then they go back to holding. And it's like this insidious sort of beast that crawls up onto them. But EXO, with the amount of experience that they have, they're kind of like a flamethrower, and M42, they've got to keep up with that flamethrower, man. Otherwise they're just gonna EXO is just gonna burn M42 out. Well, I guess that entire storyline was a bit too much for Aggressive to take because not really sure what's up with him, but nonetheless, that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's gonna be a bit too much for M42 if EXO starts to catch on to their moves. And right now, M42, they're realizing that, and they've got to go in hard. They got to go in for the rush. They've got to go in with the plan of action and not, let anyone figure out what they're doing. EXO, however, they're not going to be pulling out the same strategy that M42 have. They're going to be way more aggressive. And Side Dreams off the bat, he's going to be getting the first kill. Sam is not going to be letting him have it. He's going to go back to try and get a couple of kills for himself, but it's not going to be working out. And there's an instant rotate coming in from the side of EXO over here. They're going to go all the way over to the side of A and take out a few heads along it. And it's working out beautifully for them because there hasn't been a single casualty. Sai, really aggressive positioning over there. He doesn't have a lot of HP to work around with, and that's going to be showing as Emo has picked up a couple of kills for himself in that frenzy. But I don't think his luck is going to be holding out for that long because Emo, he's down to a low HP, and Blackhawk is right around the corner with a really powerful Sheriff 2v2 situation and really low health on both sides right now. They have to play it tactically. They have to play it more strategically. Spike plant has gone down, and M42, they don't really have a lot of time aggressive to go back and go in for that spike defuse.
What can Hyper even do? Hyper's just... He's just swinging his mouse around hyper aggressively. He's just checking left. He's checking right. He's checking all of the angles that are humanly possible, but... Again, he's just not going to be able to find the shots against Blackhawk and put on his dancing shoes there. Ghost instead is going to be the one to slap him in the forehead with a bullet, sending him back home already. 8-5 on the scorecards now here, Quaint. It feels like Team EXO, they know exactly what's up from the side of M42. They're able to read into the strat book, and M42, their strats, they're running dry seemingly, especially when you consider that Team EXO, they're not making as many mistakes. They're playing for the trades. They're playing it as a team. So now, M42, what's your plan? This is an eco round, yeah, understandable. You want to play for this eco and go into your buy round. But on your buy round, you need to try and think of something. Throw away this round, it's completely fine. But after that, you need to figure something out here because Team EXO, they're inching closer and closer to those double digits.
Exactly. 2 more rounds, 2 more proper rounds, and they're going to have those double digits in their hands. And honestly, I don't think that M42 needs any of that right now because they're not going to be able to... I don't really think they're going to be able to stand up against EXO once those double digits comes in. Because I've seen EXO when those double digits come in. The confidence, it just starts blossoming. And they just start hitting nutty shots, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be happening yet again. But look at this, off the bat. EXO, they go in without wasting any time at all. They go in and plant the spike, and right now Wimp is on a roll over there because, honestly, Venom's Classic didn't side with him, and it's an entire clean out. Rix manages to pick up 1 kill, but that's going to be all because Wimp is going to be right around the corner with his own Killjoy to come in and have a little bit of fun with that killing, Killjoy for that matter. But yeah, 9-5 on the scorecards, aggressive, and 1 more round for EXO to reach the double-digit scoreline. And after that, I feel like it's going to be a downward slope for Team M42.
Now, here is where it all begins. And possibly where it all ends as well. You never really know. M42. True. Either you win this round, you get a new beginning for yourself, force yourself on towards the 99 scoreline and have a fighting chance. Or it's already over for you. There's nothing that you can do here because Team EXO, they're hitting that gas pedal, and I think they broke it. They can't put their foot off of it anymore. Like, even if they try to hit the brakes, they're still going to be going on down forward. That's exactly what's happening. There's nothing that they can do. The shots are going to be taken. But oh my god, Emo! He's going to be able to get fun with the satchel as well!
How did that even... I'm pretty sure the initial damage came in from the pain shells, and then he finished it off with a satchel, and beautifully done by M42. Honestly, beautifully done by Emo over there, aggressive.
Dude, you got a satchel kill and a grenade kill in the process. Hey, who says that utility can kill in this game? Because
exactly.
Emo, I don't think that he knows anything about that. He's going to be able to find a lot here. And in a way, the side of Team EXO, yeah, I understand. They didn't want to hit the brakes. I understand that they didn't want to go in for something like that, but they could have played based upon the KO knife. Where was the KO knife even thrown by Sai in that situation? If he threw it into the site, then it would have been a little bit more different. But that wasn't the case here.
Indeed. But honestly, I'm going to be focusing more on this round because right now, EXO is not really, backing down. Like you said, they've hit the gas pedal and they cannot take their foot off. And it's honestly, their plan of action is much simpler than M42. It's just clean, hard executions and raw aim and just pure utility usage and everybody just working together as a team. And it's just working out for them beautifully. But honestly, you can't really do that without your gaming setups and everything right now, can you, aggressive? I just had to say this. The Amazon Great Indian Sale UIs honestly should go out and check out those amazing deals. You can pick up a few monitors.
Yes, I'm excited about
that. He clearly is. I'm pretty sure it's just because he has bought something from that sale, and that's probably why he's hitting those nutty shots. And you guys should too. Go out there, check out the sale, pick up something that you've been waiting for your entire life. I mean, life I say, but the entire year. And honestly, you thank yourself for it. Don't thank me, thank yourself for it. Nonetheless, aggressive. Yeah, you take it over.
30 seconds
Yeah,
left.
you gotta thank Amazon for it, man. Don't have to thank yourself because Amazon, they're the ones who set everything up for them. And now it's gonna be Venom setting everything up for the side of M42. He's also excited. He also wants to finish this map as fast as possible so that he can go over to the Great Indian Festival, check out all the deals, get himself an amazing and beautiful mouse. Because I think he needs one as well for himself. I don't think he does, but at the same time, hey, if you collect mice, it's not a bad idea. Check it out. All the Logitech gears gonna be down there. And it's on a great discount as well. Don't really forget about that. And hey, as we are gonna be talking about a couple of the more things that you can do here, make sure to check out all the links down below in the description because registrations are live for the Great Indian Festival Championships. So if you want to play like the professionals here on your screen, make sure to sign up with your buddies. See if you can test your luck out for that incredible 10 lakh taka prize pool. But you never really know. Let's just see what we can expect here because on this 9-7 scoreline, both of these teams, once again, they're switching up their strategy. They're trying to do something a little bit more different. We're going in for the swing here. Oh, God, Venom. He's going to be the one to go in for that spray control and he's going to be able to shut down 2 players, but that's already done and dusted. He's going to be able to find it all, but now there's a couple of more players that they need to take out. And Rix, come on, man.
What?
Okay.
One enemy
Excalia?
Two things just happened that we shouldn't really talk about. First of all, there's a run and gun and there's a flying Excali.
Leave that. I love how Excali got slapped in the face with the instant karma and M42 was like, you don't do us like that. And I'm loving the sportsmanship over here and I'm loving the competitive nature in which both of these teams are playing. EXO, honestly, both of these teams are not underestimating each other one bit. They know the capabilities of both of these teams and they're going at it. They're not letting slip even a single, loose end. They're going in super tight. And look at this Blackhawk. He's going to be going down very soon for that raise. Right around the corner, which is going to be in the form of Emo. Unfortunately for him, though. But yeah, here's the thing. This entire thing has been so exciting, right, Aggressive? This show match, off the bat, it just started off with such heat and such amazing competitiveness. And the audience, I'm pretty sure, I hope that they know that this is just the beginning of it and the tournament is still remaining. And like you said, the registrations are up. And these guys are not the only teams that have to be participating. You can go register, get on over here, and we'll be casting the matches for you anyway. You guys have to come down and test your skills out on the battlefield. Don't just leave it up to EXO and M42. Bring your own teams down and battle it out on the fields, right?
Yeah, bring your own peripherals as well that you can get on the Great Indian Festival sale on Amazon. Don't really forget about that, ladies and gentlemen. But hey, we can plug in that in as much as we possibly can. Let's plug a little bit more about the teams here because now Team EXO, they're on the ropes. 9-8 on the scorecards. It was a 9-5 before. And remember what I was saying previously? It's all about that fire round. If they're going to be able to find it, it's going to be beautiful. Hyper's going to be able to get a hyper-aggressive swing on the one. He's going to be the one to go in for a couple of kills. But Excali, he's going to be able to shut down 2. That's going to be a beautiful one indeed. Blackhawk, need to swing that.
down mid.
He's going to pay for it with his own life, trying to gain that real estate there. And Rix is going to be the one to shut him on down. And Excali, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place with the spike. He's stuck in the middle.
Oh, no.
What do you do here?
I don't think
He
he can
has
do anything at that point.
He has an ultimate, but it's just not going to work for him. All of the members are here on mid. Wimp's not going to be able to get that kill as well. He gets taken on out. Rix is going to be the one to shut down Excali instead. And this round started off so beautifully, but Blackhawk going in for a swing like that when he just needs to run away and regroup with his buddies?
Honestly, Aggressive, on top of that, I would kind of like to say that split is a little bit of a defender-sided map, and I'm liking the fact that all it took was for M42 to switch to the defense side to like get it back up again. And right now,
Yeah,
I feel like EXO, yeah, exactly, and they brought it back to a neck-and-neck match again. And I feel like there are no two teams that are better suited to play against each other than EXO and M42. Just judging based off of what M42 has been showing us so far, they're on equal calibers. And right now, EXO is like, look at that. Yet again, Emo is thrown as Pain Chill and gets 2 kills. It's either Pain Chill and a Satchel, but it's always 2 kills somehow. Venom is going to be right around the corner to get a kill for himself.
Oh
and
no,
Enemy
misses his showstopper, and he's going to be paying dearly for it, but he does have a judge, but that's all he does. He has to switch his guns right now or else he's going to be going down. He kind of realized that. He comes out in the open and he just like gave it up to Hyper's bullets. Yeah.
Just take me away, man.
Honestly, but here's the thing. That's the thing, right? These two teams are really equally matched in skill level, and that is why we're getting such an entertaining show. And EXO, they can really step on the pedal, they can step on the gas, and they can take it up to level 10. And they are trying, and so are M42, and it's just super confusing as to who is going to be winning this out. Is this going so neck and neck?
it's just I don't know what's exactly happening throughout this entire game. It's it's working, sometimes it's just not. And now Emo, he gets sacked out, he's not gonna get taken out as well, like Scally just run away, trying to live! But Venom's not even gonna be allowing that. He's just swinging out, he's just taking fights, he just does not care. Ghost now on the back end is gonna be the one to take down Venom finally, but Emo, he's gonna be able to run on away, try and save himself, but Blackhawk, this is way too aggressive, baby. It's gonna work. He's gonna be able to find that kill down onto a runaway Emo, but Sam's just not gonna be letting him go anywhere. Blinds him by the light here. With that, that's gonna be another kill. The trades are gonna be going all over the place, but at the same time, wait, I'm questioning, what are these executions? It feels like Team EXO, they're breaking it apart. They're trying, but they're brute forcing their way inside of the site through their raw mechanical skill.
And honestly, I feel like considering how M42 is playing chess right now, that's exactly what EXO need. And it's working out for them. Look at that. That entire brute force that you were talking about, that's exactly what they needed. And that honestly got them the round. I feel like they should be sticking to that. Just, you know, finding strength in unity. Just finding strength in numbers.
They're able to do it and just overwhelm M42. But the thing is, how much can they rely on that strategy? How much can they actually say that, hey, we're able to take down M42 just because of our numbers advantage, but when M42 understand that and go back to their slow, methodical playstyle instead of the fast execution heavy rushes that they did in the previous round, it's going to be a lot more different, because I personally do believe that M42, they got a little bit too aggressive after getting those 2 kills that they should have just backed on off. But I guess it's fine. They can just head on back, they can get something better for themselves, and now Team EXO, they're looking for an execution down towards that A side. They're eyeing it up as much as they possibly can. They're trying to bait it out as much utility as they can as well. They're throwing it and they're going in for it as well. Like, Scally does enter down over into the side, but I don't think that the nanostorms are broken. They're going to be running on in soon enough.
Exactly. Now, the only advantage that M42 has right now is their player advantage, and they haven't lost any players so far. Oh no, the lockdown has come right in front of Blackhawk, and he's in prime location to take out a couple of kills, but all he's going to be able to get is one, and Hyper is going to be denying one of those by picking up Rook's back up again. 44 situation, and the defender killjar has been completely coming through. Blackhawk, honestly, he tried his best to take down that lockdown, but it doesn't really work out for him. Right now, Emo is the one who has saved things out for his teammates, but Ghost is right around the corner to help him out, but...
Are you serious?
Yeesh, he took a bit too much time, didn't he? He could have honestly saved a few lives by going off after Emo and picking that fight with him.
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah,
that hurts a lot. M42, they're bringing back these rounds out of absolutely nowhere. And consider something, I like the fact that they're playing the A side on a retake, because when you have a breach, that's exactly what you need to do. Play the A side on a retake. When you know for a fact you're not going to be able to hold it, walk away from it, don't try to engage. They did it that exactly. And what went wrong for the side of EXO? EXO, they had no utility whatsoever to hold down the side. They pretty much invested everything other than the kitchen sink trying to get into the side itself. What do you hold it with? They are not making as many smart decisions as we would have hoped for. And M42, they're able to capitalize on it because they're not investing any form of utility. They're turning into the attackers as soon as the retake comes on down through. This is on a 10-11 scoreline, and they're trying to brute force their way still. This is an eco round. I understand that for the side of Team EXO, but they need to find something out of this. They need to win this out somehow. They need a strategy, but it feels like EXO, they're breaking apart.
Exactly, and on top of that, I feel like their most, the strategy that works out the best for them is just strength in numbers. If they go in together, rush in together as a team, and just hold crossfires and just, spray down their bullets, that's honestly working out for them. But that's something that they're not doing so far. To split up yet again, but now they're finally going to be going in for that push. Blackhawk, the first one to pick up a kill of that Sheriff. Amazingly well done by him, but they honestly have to keep going. They have to keep going, in spite of the fact that M42 could be pushing in at any moment from any side whatsoever. M42, they're playing it calm, they're playing it patiently. He's waiting, Sam is waiting right around the corner for his buddies to come back in for the backup. Crossfires are going to be going in down now.
Oh no!
And right now, they're in prime position. They could be picking up a couple of kills, but no, it's going to be Blackhawk and his buddy Wimp over there to pick up the kills for themselves. On an equal round on top of that aggressive. On an equal round.
This could just be a thrifty, dude. There's no way they can save this. How do they save this here? It's not possible. Evo, you're stuck between a very, very impossible situation. This is going to be going to an 11-11. There's no way that he's going to be able to survive it. Just go in for the kills. Try and get your ultimate back by that. That's the only thing that you can do here. Go in for a couple. He needs one more. Just one more. Just die to the spike after.
Oh, no.
not
He
going to be able to
tried.
get it. Instead, it's going to be Excali being the one to shut him on down, and Excali is going to be able to get a gun for himself in the process as well. This was a thrifty round from the side of Team EXO, and they played that one beautifully. I honestly thought that it was already over. It's going to be done and dusted, but M42, they started making mistakes right at the very end there, Quain. They left the
Exactly.
A side unattended.
I mean, I understand the fact that they might have been keeping track of EXO's economy, and they might have understood that they're going to be on an eco round, and they probably were like, you know what, a retake isn't gonna be that hard. But it's EXO we're talking about. You can't underestimate them. They could be pulling a hat trick out of their pockets at any time, and it's just gonna work out for them. But that's the thing. It's just so evenly balanced that there's one round that EXO is winning out, and the other round is being won out by M42. And I really, really think that it's going to be going into an overtime. Because, again, in this very round itself, Hyper is going to be starting things off with a beautiful kill with that operator. And that instantly is going to be putting that advantage in the hands of M42. And just as I'm saying that, Blackhawk is going to be saying, no. I am going to be balancing that yet again. Gets a kill for himself to balance it out. But let's see, Venom is going to be pulling the impossible. Tuzmatch to get one kill, but the spike is now in their eyesight. And Hyper! What was that godlike flick on Wimp? Wimp could not have seen that coming.
Emo.
And honestly, that bullet is gonna be stuck in his body for ages.
Emo, don't. Yeah, that's gonna. There's nothing that Hyper can do here. Hyper's gone. 11 HP, but maybe
not.
Okay, no, maybe not.
One
No, Excali. Nearly pulled off a miracle here. This is gonna be bad. Excali is playing with fire. They don't know where he is. Beautiful play from Excali. He just runs across the aftershock, and he knows for a fact that Sam's just not gonna be checking it.
Match point.
That's Excali for you. When he is activated, ladies and gentlemen, this guy can tear down the entire server. Excali with 22 kills and 14 deaths. He's the one leading the charts here.
Hold up,
And
did Sam flash himself there towards the end? He was flashed,
Pressure.
and there was nobody.
Pressure.
True.
don't
I
talk
can't
about
really. No. But that was just unfortunate, is what I'm trying to say. He was like so tense that he went in with that flash and he could not wait for it at all because he knew that time was off the essence when it gets flashed. And I feel like that's why he couldn't turn around when he should have. Otherwise, I feel like it could have been a fairer fight. But yeesh, too much pressure. And EXO, you know how good they're under pressure.
The pressure builds up against them. That's when this team shines the brightest. And it all really did start with that one thrifty round. They won that thrifty, and it feels like Team EXO, they have their mojo back, and being such a momentum AC is so crucial. Oh my god, Excali, such a beautiful shot on towards the side of Sam, but Evo, he's gonna be good for 2 with that judge. He could have good for his third as well, but Sai's just incredible when he has that operator in his hand. Wim's gonna be the one to shut down Hyper as well, but he gets tagged to very low levels of HP. The turret does not spawn Venom. Oh wait, no, the turret actually did spawn Venom. What? That turret has the same reaction time as you, Quain. And that's saying something.
Okay. I'm not gonna sit here and take that. I'm gonna be jumping straight back into this as it's becoming really tense yet again, aggressive. I'm gonna completely ignore what you said. Not gonna lie. But yeah, it's becoming super tense yet again because the spike plan hasn't gone down. The spike is still in their favor. It's still in their possession, but they have to be playing it, super calm and collected. Because M42, once they get that sound notification, they're going to be rushing in super hard. Rix, he does have a Spectre in his hands, and I'm not really sure if he's going to be switching out into a different gun, but he clearly is. He's got a slew of weapons in front of him. They both reload. They both get ready mentally. They're just telling each other, you know what, let's go in for this. Turn is going to be coming out to get that information. Information has been given out already. The dual peek has been coming in. They cleared out one corner with that flash, and that just means there are 2 corners that they can clearly clear out beautifully well. Look at the execution coming out from M42. Look at the coordination. Information has been given out. There's no health left on Whip at all. And Venom knows that it is going to be going in and taking him out. The amazing synchronization by M42 over here, ladies and gentlemen, is just insane. This is just insanity. Can you understand this? This Team EXO is one of the most celebrated teams in the entire country. They're one of the top dogs out there. At M42, a recently formed team. Yes, they've got Venom, but they've had enough time to practice, and they have a lot to say. They've come in, and they're going to show us exactly what they're all about.
The new kids on the block, and new kids, I do believe that they have a lot of potential in them. That is for sure. Giving Team EXO a run for their money. 12 and 12
that's not
on
easy.
their best map. On their best map, Quain. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
They're
That's
doing
not
a
easy
lot.
at all. Yeah.
But the thing
Jesus.
is, are they going to be able to pull off a miracle even further
Yeah.
here? Excali, he's going to be the one to pull out an operator on his raise, and he has a shorty in his hand. This could
Hmm.
work out, or this could just end horribly for them. But Blackhawk, once again, he's up to his usual shenanigans on towards that B side. It works sometimes, but at the same time, it could fall flat on his face if he's not careful.
Exactly, but careful is probably going to be the name of the game for EXO right now because they know what M42 is all about and they realize that they cannot be taking chances with them any longer. It's already into an overtime, and they know that even if they lose out the first map, also like you said, it's one of their best maps, and even if they do lose out one of their best maps, they still have another map to like take it all back in, but they cannot be risking it, can they? The level of competency that M42 is showing right now, they're not going to be underestimating them at all. And look at how passively EXO are playing right now. This is a new side of EXO I'm seeing. I normally see the confident EXO going in, rushing in and getting those kills. But right now, M42 have put EXO on their back foot. And this is just beautiful to watch because it's just two amazingly insane teams going head to head, trying to prove their worth, trying to show who's top dog, trying to show who's going to be coming out on top.
Well, I don't like this angle from the side of Excali. I understand what he's trying to do, but with that guardrail inside, it could just be deadly. They clear out Blackhawk. His shenanigans not gonna be working this time, but Psy's just gonna be as good. Psy and Ghost, they're just shutting everyone down towards this B side. They can't go in for that entry, they can't go in for that hold, but at the same time, Rix, he's gonna be the one to take a couple of his own plays, maybe make this one happen for his own squad, but it's gonna be really difficult. He doesn't have the utility, he doesn't have the spike, he has nothing to work with. Does get a little bit of damage on towards the face of Psy, but look at Excali. He's holding it strong with that operator, and he's just not gonna miss that shot.
Yeah.
Waits for him, takes his time, goes in for a small micro adjust, takes him back out.
And okay,
13 and 12 on the scorecard though.
speaking of the scorecard, this is exactly what I wanted to talk about. Now we can finally make at least one, bet, one assumption at least. Which overtime do you think it's going to be going out to? I don't think it's going to be ending on the first overtime. I think it's going to be going out to overtime 3 at least? 3 maybe? What do you think?
Let's just see. Let's just see. We don't really know what to expect. I'm not gonna be saying anything here either.
It's funny how these two teams have totally different playstyles, but they're so good at their own playstyles that it's just evenly matched out.
It
And-
feels like both of the playstyles just counter each other. It's
Yeah,
all about the
exactly.
executions, and Team EXO, their executions are just so fast that it's catching the side of M42 off guard, but at the same time, the slow executions from M42 is just there as well. Sam's gonna be inside of the side, going for the spray. Sam, he needs to get one more kill. Despite it, he's not gonna be able to get it. The ghost is all up to him now. He's not gonna be able to
42
get
gets
it,
a
and now
wallbang kill! Hyper just amazingly gets his kill down. But no, it's still going to be a 1v2 situation as Ghost is not going to be making it a 1v1. He's not going to be having it against Hyper right now. Picks up his buddy boy over there. And this might make all the
wait.
difference in the
Yeah,
world, but they have
yeah.
no idea that Hyper is around the corner. If they don't
they're
see this
looking.
coming, Hyper might be picking both kills up, but no! Ghost is just too quick and just too sly. Takes out Hyper and takes out his chance of equaling things out, but kudos to them, man. That was amazingly well fought by both teams, but congratulations to EXO for winning out the first round of the entire day. But damn, the heat is on aggressive, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be getting even more intense for the second one.
It's going to be an interesting one for sure, because map number 1, I expected Team EXO to win this one out just
Yeah.
because of the track record that they do have. But M42, they were a real treat to watch as well when you consider what they were pulling throughout the entire game. They slowed down, they picked up their pace, but it felt like the side of M42, they were so much more better when they had a lot more control over what they were doing. When they played it slow, they were a lot more, let's say, a lot more in control, let's say. But as
Yeah.
soon as they started going in superly aggressive, it was a lot more difficult. So let's head on down over towards the match highlights, ladies and gentlemen, to get a visual representation of exactly what I'm talking about. So you can get an idea of what went through the entire game here. Let's start off from the first initial pistol round. The pistol round was something that we didn't really expect, and somehow it was a win from the side of M42, because consider something here, Queen. In pistol rounds, you always go in for fast rushes, but M42, they did the complete opposite and caught Team EXO completely off guard. They didn't expect a single damn thing like that. And then with the retaliation rounds, M42, they just built it up over and over again, slowing down, and they went to a snail's pace. And that
Yeah.
caught Team EXO off guard once again, because they never really played against this playstyle now, have they? Normally, teams are a lot more execution heavy. They like to go in for rushes, but M42, they waited for Team EXO to make mistakes. And as soon as the mistakes were made, M42, they were ready to pounce on it. They were so good at punishing all of these mistakes. That's one of the main reasons why they were able to take it down to that overtime margin. But the thing is, the mistakes being made by Team EXO dwindled over time. They were able to understand what was really going on over across the server, and they were able to adapt to it. They integrated their own playstyle into a lot of the rounds that they were doing, but they switched it up according to the positions that M42 were holding.
Exactly. Yeah, they
And
read
yeah, that's one of the
they
main things.
yeah, they read it through M42 at one point, but that's the thing. M42 at the same time, when when they're playing, they prefer to play it more slow and methodically. But most people, when they try to do that, they just take a bit too much time in their executions. But M42's timing is just right. But them going up against a god tier team like EXO is going to be super hard, and that clearly shows. EXO has
Yeah.
clearly won out the first round, and they deserve to, because the experience that they have, that is exactly what I'm trying to say. Like, even though they're super aggressive, and a lot of teams don't really manage to pull off a lot of aggressive rounds, but in spite of being super aggressive, they go in together, but they clear the right corners, they hold the right crossfires, and that is something that M42 cannot even out strategize against. They can to a certain extent, and that is why we saw this entire amazing overtime coming into play. But on the map was split though. Aggression is what was going to be top dog, and EXO, they've got a lot of that. That's in my opinion, that's why that EXO has won at the first map at least. But on the second one, I'm not so sure whether EXO could be winning it out, because M42 slow methodical approaches is something that is not that often to be seen. We don't see a lot of that in Valorant at all. That's honestly what caught EXO off guard. They did not expect M42 to be as slow and methodical as they are. And even if they were, EXO could have easily gone in for push it. They could have gone in for rush it, and they could have taken M42 down. But in spite of being slow and methodical, their aim was true. M42's strategies and their aim was true. That is what sets them apart.
Yeah, that's the thing. M42, they have such a unique playstyle that I personally do believe that this is one of the most unique playstyles that we have seen in our entire region.
Absolutely.
They just need to hone that playstyle and understand when they need to use it. Because, yeah, this playstyle is really good. It's incredible, but the thing is, it's very predictable as well. That's why you need to pull this off on occasionally in a couple of rounds, not every single time. And once M42 are able to hone that, they're going to be they're going to be an incredible team, that is for sure. But the thing is, this is just match number one. In match number two, it's going to be their home map. That's going to be on Haven. And you know for a fact, Wayne, that on Haven, this slow control-based playstyle works even better, because we know for a fact that Team X are going to be going in for pushes. They're not going to be slowing down. They want to get as much information as possible, because that's the game of Haven. On Haven, you need to play based upon information. The more information that you have, the better you're going to be playing. And they are going to be relying on that. So in a way, M42 and their playstyle could just catch EXO off guard. They could just take map number 2 in their favor, and we could just be headed down over onto map number 3 as well.
Yep. And map number 3, that is going to be one doozy, because we can never honestly predict who's going to be winning it out, because these guys are just going so close, based on the score lines, because I have no prediction at all. Like, normally when we're casting for matches, we can have a fair assumption as to who's going to be winning out, or what we have expecting in our opinions, like, what could be the outcome of the entire match. But considering how M42 has been battling it out, and how EXO is having a little bit of a tough time to counter M42's new sort of approach to Valorant, to the entire Valorant, if I may, it's just amazing. So I have no predictions whatsoever. This could be anyone's game at this point.
It could just be anyone's game, just like it's anyone's game down over at Amazon for the Great Indian Festival sales, ladies and gentlemen. You can't really forget about that now, can you? Because these teams, they're playing incredible just because, not only because of their incredible sale and the amount of time they have put into the game, it's also because of their peripherals. I'm pretty sure that a lot of them have those Logitech mice right over there. And you know for a fact that Sai wears a Logitech headset as well. So hey, if you want to have that incredible audio, if you want to have that crispy aim as well, make sure to get yourself a couple of Logitech peripherals down at the description below. Make sure to check out the Great Indian Festival sale, see exactly what's up there, because Wayne, you know for a fact that if you want to play like the pros, you gotta buy like the pros as well. But before we do head on down over onto match number 2, we're going to be setting everything up here, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to be back to be real shortly with the Great Indian Festival Championship show match in just a little bit. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Great Indian Festival Championship Showmatch between the side of M42 and Team EXO. You can see that we're laughing. You can see that we're happy because it was an incredible match number one, a 14-12 scoreline. It was so crucial and so pinnacle for the
Yep.
side of Team EXO to win because after seeing the strategy from M42, I'm really scared, man. So let's head on down over towards the map view screen and see exactly where we're going to be headed for map number two. Because if map number two is going to be anything like map number one, I don't know, man. I'm kind of scared here. Because
Yeah.
the 14-12 scoreline, it's actually 14-12, not 13-6. It's just going to be a little bit more interesting to say the very least here. Because M42, they rely a lot on control. They like to play it slow. They like to play it methodical. And with that playstyle in mind, Haven's the best map that you can think of. This is a map where slow methodical play really does work out, but at the same time, so does a lot of hyper aggressive pushes. The thing is, have they learned from their mistakes on map number one? Are they going to be switching up their strategies a lot to throw Team EXO in a loop? Is going to be the real question here. Because if they constantly go for slow methodical plays, especially with them starting on attack, I don't think it's going to be working out in their favor.
I feel like it's gonna be exactly how Split played out. I feel like it's gonna be Team M42 being super slow and methodical, and Team EXO going in for those aggressive plays. It's like we covered before. These are two amazingly opposite strategies that are just canceling each other out, and they're playing them to such high levels that they're just equal at this point, and it's amazing to see two different strategies working out so beautifully for the two teams and them giving us such entertainment. And on the map of Haven, though, like I said, I think it's gonna be a similar case as was for the side of Split, for the map of Split, because I feel like those aggressive pushes when you go down garage, when you go down mid, or when you go down A long, I feel like it's gonna be working out much better. And considering how EXO like to go in together as a team, just put up good crossfires and hit every corner that they can, I feel like it's gonna be easier for them to cover a lot of ground that way. It's gonna be easier for them in the longer run. But for M42, for some rounds, they're gonna be operating down C long, try to take off a few players, then have to fall back, they have to regroup their players, and then try to go back into the game. But that isn't going to be working out all the time, right? So, in my opinion, at least, I feel like Team EXO might win out the map of Haven.
Haven should be going into their favor considering their track record as well. But at the same time, their track record is not really flawless as well.
Yeah.
They have around a 50% win rate on this map, give or take a lot of the different situations that they have been put into. This is not a map where they are able to perform to the best of their own ability. And I'm really hoping that Blackhawk in particular steps up a lot here on this map because the controllers on the map of Haven need to be extremely potent for the team to be successful, especially in pro play. In ranked games, yeah, the controller doesn't need to do much. Its mainly primarily job is duelist to enter down into a site and to try and get a lot of picks. But on professional play, the controller is really crucial because here is where Astra gets picked up the most often in comparison to any other controller. So with the Astra on the
Select
cards
your
and
agent.
Blackhawk playing the Astra, we call him the big brain Astra main for a reason. But recently, he's just been a little bit more sore on that department. He needs to be reacting a lot more quicker. And I do believe that there's a little bit of a communication gap from all the members of Team EXO. They just need to work it out a little bit more. And I'm really hoping that they have taken the time to work everything out between them and they're able to perform here. Because M42 and their playstyle could just cause a lot of issues for them that we don't really that we can't even foresight as of right now. Because consider something: if M42 are playing just as slow as they did on the map of Split, what do you think is going to happen here, Queen? Because if Team EXO start making mistakes, we could just be done and dusted.
Exactly. So it all depends upon how M42 are going to be adapting to how EXO is going to be playing it out on the map of Haven. Because right now, I'm not really sure how it's going to be at all. Anyway, we are going to be jumping straight into the game because they're ready to go at it. And right now, I'm just super excited to jump in. So let's jump straight into the game.
Match now starting on down through, and the lineups being taken. M42, they're actually playing something quite interesting. Hyper is going to be shifting on towards the Jet instead. This is what I'm really excited for. Hyper on the Jet. This can be an interesting pickup, that's for sure, because this is single units double initiator lineup. While Team EXO, once again, they've gone for their usual double duelist composition. They're going for a lot more of a comfort instead of going on for pure meta. But for M42, they're going in for pure meta basis right now. And ooh, that's a good ding from the side of Blackhawk. Takes down Hyper to really low levels of HP. Sam's gonna be good for 1 kill on that learn. Venom's gonna be able to shut down Excali, who wants to go in for that push. And M42, they're reading the side of Team EXO like an open book here.
And honestly, I'm loving how M42 going in for those individual fights are just working out so beautifully for them, and they're going in aggressively right now. And this is completely in contrast to what we saw in a map of Split, and it's just a refreshing, taste in your mouth, because Emo, this is exactly what he did on the first map of the map of Split as well. He went in and just annihilated EXO, but eventually down the line, I felt like M42 was getting worn down, but they were still trying to build up that entire hype. They were still trying to build up the energy, but the entire aggression that EXO brought to the table was not enough, was just too overwhelming for M42, and towards the last few rounds, they just couldn't keep up. And right now, I feel like we're on the same track, but if M42 can keep the consistency with the pacing with which they're going right now, I feel like this could be their map.
It was a really fast execute down towards that B side, and the positions that they were holding were so incredible as well. They read into all of the strategies that Team EXO were trying to employ. They were able to take it all away. That was such a convincing pistol round, and such an incredible one indeed, because wait, I have never seen a pistol round that well thought out in a really long time. That gives me a lot of hope for the side of M42.
These little things, that's exactly what makes me so impressed about M42, because out of the blue, they come out with strategies we've never seen in the game of Valorant before, and it just makes you rethink the entire thing, doesn't it?
And they're able to play to the tendencies of Team EXO, that's the thing. EXO, they have a lot of tendencies that they will constantly go for every single game, and they're playing with that. But Sai, he's right around the corner. He cannot miss a shot. He's going to be good for one, but he's just not going to be good for a second. He's not going to be able to find it instead. It's going to be Hyper going in for a swing. He's going to be able to take down one. Excal's going to be the one to shut him down instead. And poor old Blackhawk, there's nothing that he can do here. Sam's going to be good for a double kill, and now it's all up to Wing. 1 versus 3 situation. Has a classic in his hand. Maybe going for a dink. Maybe find something here. Picks up that Sheriff. Maybe 1 tap. Just 1. Just 1 kill is all that he needs. If he gets it, that's a good chunk of eco damage being done. And it's going to be forcing them to either go in for a force buy or go in for a bonus with a couple of Sheriffs. Not even going to be able to get that. That's going to be a bonus round coming on down through. From the side of M42, they're going to buy a couple of Sheriffs. Just roll with it, I guess.
Yeah, just go with it, I guess. I couldn't have worded it better myself. 0-2 on the scorecards, and not much that we can say so far. But that second round coming into play does mean now it's going to be a full buy round for the side of EXO. And this is exactly what happened last time too, right? We saw Team M42 win out the first 2 rounds, and once EXO had those heavy weapons in their hands, it was just pure annihilation for them, and M42 was easily taken out. Feel like this is going to be the same case right now, but every time that happens, M42 manages to hit back with something even more surprising, some strategy we've never seen before.
Going for it slow once again, but Ghost. This is dangerous. And another thing, have we ever seen Ghost play anything other than a Jet? He's playing a Phoenix. I didn't even notice this initially. There's no longer a Sky on their roster. They're going back for the double duelist setup here. This could be deadly. Ghost. He's playing with fire and with Venom right around that corner. Blackhawk's holding from the front, waiting for any sort of a garage push to come on down through. But he doesn't need to check garage. Not just now. Help out Ghost in this corner. This is going to be bad. For the side of Venom, Ghost is going to be the one to catch Venom off guard instead. Catch him with his pants down. And with that, it's going to be 0 and 2. Possibly going down to a 1 and 2 because they don't have a lot of real estate to work with. And they're taking a lot of damage in the process as well.
Exactly. It's a 4v5 situation, and right now it's not looking that good for M42 right now, and they're just going to be falling down like flies.
Oh,
EXO, they set the right foot forward, and Riggs in a sneaky position manages to take 2 out with 1 beautiful spray down, and that might be the game-changing factor, but that's not going to be enough. But EXO, yeesh, the amount of firepower they have right now, this is exactly what I call that, right? Once they get those Vandals, once they get the Phantoms in their hands, it's just game over for M42. But then again, we can also attribute this to the fact that they had Spectres, and now it's going to be a slight upgrade for M42 themselves, and this is where it's about to get fun. On the map of Haven, M42 going up against EXO is something that I've been waiting to watch ever since, ever since Split.
Thing is, wait, imagine something. That last round, that was a ton, and I mean a ton of eco damage being done. You can see that when it comes to the terms of the eco, they're not going to be able to survive for long. And this round is just even more crucial. Excali, hello? He's just gonna go in for it. They're not gonna clear him.
Oh wow.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. It's whoa, really not gonna be able to get a kill. Hyper, what are you looking at? I think Evo was just screaming instead of giving a call out that Excali was on sewers.
Jeez, that positioning from Excali was just insane, and it worked out beautifully for him. The unfortunate thing, however, was the team flash from that sky, and he wasn't really expecting, you know, Excali to be in that position at all. Just beautifully played out by him, but these tricks, honestly, I don't know how long this is going to be lasting for them, because M42, they're a completely different, on a completely different strategy right now. But you can see that sneaky Astra Venom. Yeah, that's exactly as I was about to say it. Right around the corner, but Blackhawk, he's not going to be having it. Every time Blackhawk is playing that Astra, right? I consider that my good luck charm, because every time he's playing Astra, he's just such a god at it. It's always... look at that! EXO is almost always bound to win whenever Blackhawk is playing that Astra, because he, in my opinion, and I've said this before, he's probably the best Astra player in the entire country, because he's probably the only Astra player that I've seen who amazingly manages his utilities, puts them down to the right spot at the right time, amazingly helps his teammates out, and still manages to frag out like crazy at the same time.
He's so incredible on that Astra. I don't know the level
He's
of...
a game changer.
I have no idea how he's able to be so consistent on that Astra. He uses all of his utility beautifully. He doesn't really worry about anything. It feels like all of his utility usage is instinctive. He doesn't even think about it. And at the other times, he's just aiming at their heads and clicking on a wave. 3 kills with an Astra in that high-pressure situation, it's not that easy. And it is going to be the side of Blackhawk who's going to be the one to do it all. And now Hyper, once again, he did get flashed out by his teammate, but Sam, he's able to take down Blackhawk with just a classic. That's going to hurt him, but Wave is going to be good for 2 kills. But he's just not going to be good for more than the bad. But still, takes it down to at the bare minimum of a 3 versus 3 situation. This 50 round is going down beautifully. They have picked up 2 guns for themselves, and with the Killjoy lockdown being placed as well, things are just going to be good. But Excali, he needs to be break it. He needs to want to break it there. He's going to be able to find it as well inside. He's going in.
Venom.
That drone just...
unfortunate. But it's going to be a 1v2 situation. He does have his gun there. It's doable, but the information has been given out, and that entry and that exit right there is just way too small for him to take any advantage at all. And like I said, Excali, he's just going to be switching over so that Venom can't be getting the better of him, and he's going to be putting 1 bullet straight into Venom's skull. Ghost is going to be there to defuse the spike, and that is going to be the 3rd round going to the favor of EXO. And it's panning out exactly the way that it did on the map of Split. It's just going to become neck and neck. So far, it's been going really great for EXO now that they've gotten their guns and their, you know, usual abilities back in their hands, because that's how EXO, you know, kind of is set apart from teams like M42. M42 can get super strategic, but the way that EXO's experience just shines in the way they use their utilities to help each other out and going for individual pushes at the same time, it's just mind-blowing.
Okay. The way that they're fighting a lot of these different avenues, it's incredible. But at the same time, look at the lineups from the side of Sam. Sam is going in for a lot of lineup plays, but he's just not going to be able to get it. And now it's going to be Hunter's Fury battle. And Sai, he's just in a better position. Sam had no idea where Sai was, but Sai knew exactly what he was going to be doing. Gets a beautiful Hunter's Fury kill down on the 1. Shuts down the Sova, and Blackhawk, man, he's just swinging. He doesn't care. Just swing it again. Blackhawk's gonna be good for another one. Excali's gonna be the one to shut down Venom instead. And now Excali, he's looking for blood. He knows exactly what's up. Briggs is gonna be one who's just a little bit more better here. Shuts down Excali. He's looking for 1 more. He's just not gonna be able to get it. And Blackhawk once again, man. Him on that Astra, I don't know what gets into him, but he turns into a literal demon.
Honestly, there's a reason why I consider Blackhawk the best Astra player in the country, because it's not even of the utility sometimes. He just comes out there and he just starts slaying for some reason.
Right there.
He's a demon on that Astra, that's for sure. You can see that he has a lot more confidence on this character in comparison to any other. Normally what happens, when you play a duelist, that's when your confidence is going to be running super high. But for Blackhawk, that's just not the case. It's an Astra for him. Hey, he's able to make it work down beautifully. He's going to be the one to make it all sing. But now, with the side of M42 being on another eco, they're going in for a fast rush, and this eco could just get a little bit dicey if they're not careful. But Blackhawk, he's not going to be missing that shot. He's looking for 1 more. He's going to be able to shut down another. He's going to be running on a wave. Outside's going to be there as a backup instead. Takes down Risk. And now it's all up to Venom. Swings around the corner, but Sai's just a little bit more wiser than him. Shuts him down with a bullet to his face. And now Emo, it's all up to you. Gets that headshot, but goes just at the speed. And Sai, he has a tiny knife in his hand.
Okay, tell me this thing. Yeah, I know.
Wait, just look at the tiny knife.
Wait, what? Wait, I actually just know. I thought that's just for me. Is that not a glitch only on my end?
No. That's a tiny knife.
That's a...
Welcome back to the Tiny Knife Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Valorant, for adding this.
Is that some new Valorant thing that I'm not aware of?
It's basically a networking bug. That's a networking bug that happened.
That's the thing. If it's normally a networking bug, it happens mostly on my end. And I was like, yeah, it's probably just my thing. I'm just gonna ignore that. But a tiny knife, an actual tiny knife. Wow. On side
I would pay for this.
I'm not saying anything.
I would pay for this. I really want Sai to just twirl that knife around in his hand. And no, wait, no, the knife's back to full size. I'm sad.
The camera angle. That's all you needed to change.
Yeah, that thing's gonna be on full. But once again, it's back to being tiny. I'm just waiting for this tiny knife to twirl inside. I really want to see how he actually makes his knife dance, because the Val song has a very beautiful animation, but with it being super tiny, what is his fingers gonna turn small as well, or is he gonna be fiddling through the air? It's gonna be the real question. Come on, Sai.
Exactly.
He's not gonna be expecting it. He's just not gonna be expecting it.
I wish he were gonna be. I mean, I wish he were twirling his tiny knife around in the hands, but I guess it's not going to be happening anytime. Because I guess they're about to get serious right now. 5-2 on the scorecards, and they're looking for a clean sweep.
Waiting it out. They want to see what they can expect here. Sai's once again going to be going in for that recon bolt, getting a little bit of information. But the thing is, this recon bolt is so slow that it's not going to be gaining a lot of info. Sai needs to be playing it a little bit more deadlier, and he's playing purely based upon lineups. I like the plan here, but with the A side being completely played upon retake, which is really smart. Consider something. Team EXO, they have a Killjoy ultimate. They don't need to hold A. And M42, they're walking into this crossfire.
Huh? Right now, honestly, EXO, they're going down like flies. The only one kill that EXO could get was on Venom. And that is a really important kill, because the Astra is going to be going down, and those smokes are really important for the executes. But looks like it's not going to be that hard of an ordeal for them, because they've got proper control of the A site right now. And there's also one guy checking out flank. But those lineups are going to be coming out from side dreams, and he's going to be able to get that kill on Sam. Amazingly well done.
Lockdown?
And this is exactly what I was talking about, but I'm not really sure if it's going to be enough, because M42, this is the coordination I was talking about. Once they activate themselves, they synchronize so well. It's like a nuclear clock, right? They just synchronize each other's timing so perfectly. It's like one unit going up against you. It's like one entire monster that you're facing up against. It's not 5 individual players anymore.
They're working like gears and clockwork, but the thing is, what happened in that last round? Execution was good. They were starting off the retake. No Killjoy ultimate being invested, and Wim, did he panic there? He just ADS for no reason. I think that was an absolute panic moment with a capital K for him. And I'm just really thankful that Sai still has his time.
Yeah.
I just hope he has it for the rest of the game.
True, but we may never know, can we? But yeah, this is gonna be the 9th round coming to play aggressive, and right now EXO, they seem to be doing pretty well for themselves, and it's not that easy to be putting up a good defense on the map of Haven, but they're managing it so beautifully. And this is exactly what I was talking about, right? The experience that EXO has, this is where it shows. This is where it truly shines. And even though M42, they're the new kids on the block, they've got new strategies, and their strategies we've never seen for something that EXO cannot be expecting. For split takes like this is exactly what we're talking about, but still, in spite of that, EXO's experience shows, and they still manage to shut them all down, and they're already whittled down to 3 players. M42 have already whittled down to 2 players, and look at that beautiful Astral Star positioning, and Excali going for the kill, tries to hit it, but Evo, he's not gonna be having any of that. He's gonna be shutting him right down with an amazing swing, and he does not miss. Wimp is still around the corner to equate things out, but Ghost on the flank, 2 bullets is all he needs to take down Sam, and it's a 1v2 situation already. Ooh, it's not looking good for Emo, because he doesn't really have a lot of space to work around. Ghost knows that. And the flame, the hot hands are going to be coming into the right moment to catch him off guard, and he had Wimp to deal with as well. There was honestly nothing he could have done at that point, but look at EXO just having fun with their prey over there right now.
Yeah, Team EXO, they're switching up their play styles really beautifully, and they're playing to the strengths that they do know. They're playing for the A side retake. There is no rocket science coming on down from them. There's no specific, really animate strategy that's giving them the win here. The defense is just solid. It's pretty much a textbook Valorant defense. Play the A side on a retake if you have a Killjoy ultimate. Go in for a little bit more for an aggressive push. If you have Ghost's ultimate online and ready, the running back gets a lot of space to work with. And the thing is that M42, I'm not really noticing a lot of innovative strategies coming on down from their side. After what I saw on Split, I thought that maybe things would be a little bit more different, but they're playing very meta-based.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very
That's exactly
meta.
yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to point out. But I feel like it's just because they put a lot of practice out into the map of Split, and it's not the usual, Split executes that they're working with. It's something that they cooked up entirely on their own. That's why they were being so amazing on the map of Split. But right now, they're being the usual Valorant sell for themselves, and Sai, that is just not going to be cutting it for him, so it's going to be taking them down one by one. Picks up the second kill, but does he know that Bricks is right around the corner? But no, Bricks is the one who gets the first kill. Wimp is going to be trading him out instantly, but does it really matter? It's still a 2v4 situation. M42 could be doing it, could be pulling off wonders, but no. Wimp, he's just going to be going on a rampage there. Takes out Venom and brings it down to that one solo, and that's going to be Sam. Yeah, you know what, Aggressive, we know how good Sam is, but that isn't going to be enough for the entirety of EXO. Like, yeah, even in a 1v2, it's going to be super hard, but when four hungry EXO players are going to be on the hunt for Sam, there's nothing he can do, really.
Yeah, poor old Sam. He just got caught between a rock and a hard place, and once again, that's the thing. I don't know what M42 are planning. The split felt a lot more clean than playing to a lot of the mistakes being made by EXO. But now that EXO's not really making a lot of mistakes, they're not missing their shots. It feels like M42, they're just crumbling under the raw force that Team EXO are just putting on them. But Hyper could just be that missing link for them. But Sai, he went in for a swing from Garage.
A swing from Garage, yeah, exactly.
A
Something
little
that
bit
was
too
not expected.
ambitious,
Yeah.
man. That's the mistake that they were hoping for. M42, they're so good at punishing the mistakes, but the thing is, when they don't make mistakes, they just start falling apart here. What?
Oh, speaking
What?
of mistakes, Rix, what happened to you, man? He's just a little confused, a little bit of
Isn't there a guy
PTSD going on
spot?
over there. Yeesh. Not really sure what happened there, but look at this Blackhawk and Wimp. They're not going to be, going by without punishing M42's mistakes. And boy, the amount of mistakes that they made this particular round is just mind-blowing. Not really sure what happened there, but they kind of fell apart. Aggressive, because one by one they were just not being able to cope with what EXO was bringing to them. Ghost pushed all the way into the enemy back lines with that run it back, and I'm not really sure what happened to Rix over there, but he just seemed a little confused. He just seemed a little lost in life over there.
I only have 3 words for this situation here, Queen. Confused Unga Bunga moment. I'm like, sure. I guess, I guess, there was a communication breakdown. They could have played it a little bit more better, but at the same time, I think the headphones were also glitching out, so maybe they need to check out the great Indian festival sales on at Amazon to get themselves a better Logitech headset. They're gonna need it. But what?
Those
Ghost,
Logitech gears.
Ghost?
Whoa, Excali and
Hello?
the entire
Rix?
EXO at this point? What
Rix?
is happening? It's just insane aim game. This is just raw aim game coming out from both ends. Less strategy, more aim, more bullets, more firepower. And look at this. It's going to continue as Emo is going to be taking out Sai, who gets a little too over ambitious and tries to take him down. But it's all whittled down to Wimp, who we know is no pushover. He's not going to be falling back down that easily. He knows it's a 1v3, but he's still going to be attempting it. And we know how good his aim can be. The spy plan hasn't gone down, and that is going to be giving him the upper hand. He knows exactly where M42 is headed, but so do they. They know exactly where he is. But it depends upon who's going to be seeing whom first. If he does manage to take out one player and bring him down to individual fights, he could be pulling it off. He tries to go for it. Tries to go for the impossible, but no Hyper. He's just going to be getting the better of him. He tried. That was really ambitious from him, Wimp. Honestly, kudos to you for giving that a shot. And he honestly had the stars aligned for him, so to speak. No Asper reference there at all. But he kind of did have his stars aligned for him. But if he just couldn't pull it off. If he did get that first kill, he would have been pulling off the impossible.
Yeah, he just needed to get that kill down on towards
yeah.
the face of Emo, but yeah, Emo just got locked out in that situation.
Honestly,
He's gonna
yeah.
be the one to survive, but now now that with the side swap coming on down through, it's a full-on reset. but on an 8-4 scoreline, I wouldn't really say that M42 they can't rest easy. Yeah,
Bro, it's
the
not just
defensive
that.
side, the thing is
Yeah.
that Wayne, the defensive side of Team EXO, it's really good. But their
But their
attack
attack's
is what they're
better.
known for.
Yeah.
The attack is what they're known for. They are known
Exactly.
as the most aggressive team in our entire region for a reason. And that's purely because of their attacking side.
Exactly. But okay.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm. I love how we are syncing up just as much as EXO is. Sai comes in and a beautiful double link, not even a single dink and to finish it off, just a body shot. It's just a beautiful double tap coming out from his end. And off the bat, they're not going for any aggressive pushes. This is not the EXO that we know. They're being calm and methodical, exactly how M42 was being, and they're looking to go in and capitalize on that C push. But if a crossfire is going to be coming out from M42, it could be really detrimental for EXO right now. But there is a cheeky little flank coming out from the side of EXO. And if the stars align for them, they could be pulling it off. They tried to. They are getting a few kills, but M42, they've got the upper hand right now. 3v3 situation, and before you know it, Venom is going to be picking up another kill. Side Dreams, it's a close range fight that he cannot win, but he has to. Wimp is coming to that flank. He's trying to help him out, and he manages to pull it off. The flank came in at the right time. And it's all up to Emo to bring back the round for himself, but I don't really think it's going to be happening. Middle loader, low HP. And oh, this is so intense right now, aggressive. 1v2 and Emo. He's playing mind games for this spray. But
They need to get that kill on Sai immediately. The fact that he missed that shot on Sai just costed him this entire round. There's no way he can wait out this entire situation. Because the peak is right there. And the spike is planted on the back of Sai. The thing is, it being planted on the back of Sai, he needs to worry about two angles. He's walking backwards. He's gonna swing it.
What?
Whip.
Nice try, mate.
Oh, Whip. He's such a giga brain. He's such a giga Chad, man. This guy just waited. What? What? I'm gonna walk away from this chair and I'm not gonna come back to it. I'm gonna walk away from this chair.
Excuse me?
Not gonna come back to it. I need to see that. I need to see that again.
I actually do not have words left for this situation. This was so clearly Wimp's thing, but he swings, Emo just swung, and he just deleted him.
He right clicked.
What? Wimp right clicked. Yes, I can give him that, but he still could have calmed down. He could have gotten a few taps and he would have gotten the kill. But no, Emo just swung, aimed, locked on, and deletes. Holy!
He's known as a one-tap god for a reason, and Emo, he's feeling it right after that clutch. You know for a fact that he is ready to keep the ball rolling on to his court. Sam's playing it a little bit risky. He's swinging it. And he tried to pick up the orb.
Yeah.
Right.
It do be like that sometimes. That's okay.
That's another one.
Right now, EXO, they're showing us their aggressive side that is working out for them. And right now, M42, they can't really have any escape routes because it's all whittled down to 2v5. The few players who were there on side, they had to face the entire brunt of the force from EXO, and it's just going to continue. Side Dreams comes in, rushes in, and takes out Venom, and it's already a 1v5. It's going to be a flawless round, this one. Aggressive. Emo, I know he's pulled off an amazing clutch, but I don't think he can do much around here in this time.
Yeah, it's just not gonna happen, especially against Sai. He knows exactly what's up. So he don't want to take down Emo. And in a way, this is the revenge play for what happened in the last round. They went in for that force by they're like, bro, I know we kind of messed up on that last round. Let's just switch it up, reset ourselves, going for a fast rush with our guns in our hands. And M42, they were not expecting EXO to go in for a force fight, but the thing is, going in for force fights on the attacking side, especially on Haven, after you get that spike plant down, and you cleared out more than 4 members of the pistol round, is actually a very EXO strategy. They always go in for this, and I mean always. They never go in for a save. And M42, they were not expecting it, and not expecting it costed them this entire round here. And with the fast rush being absolutely clean and beautiful Team EXO, they can just get another round for themselves because M42, they're being forced onto an eco.
Exactly. And they could pull out the Seco, but it had to be done really clean, really properly executed. And I feel like they should have put more resources onto the side of A, because that would be a much harder side to retake, especially considering their current economical status. But no, they decided to go for the stack on the other end of things. And right now, they had to pick up the pace, because if the time is ticking, the clock is ticking, I mean. And they don't have a lot of time, and they're getting taken now by EXO. Clean left, right, and center. and they're not even being able to recover. I know that their guns are not up to the mark and they can't really do much with those guns in hand. But jeez, EXO is just wiping the slate clean, wiping the floor clean even with M42 right now. Probably one kill is going to be coming in right now because Emo is right at the right corner. But no, Wimp did to Emo what Emo did to Wimp. And Wimp just hippity hoppity in, turns around and just deletes him. Oh
Hey,
man.
sometimes this is what you really need to do.
A good
You
revenge
gotta
story.
give them a taste of their own medicine, finish them off, take them out. 10 and 5 on the scorecards here, ladies and gentlemen. And now that things have settled in a little bit more, Team EXO, they're gonna be the ones who are on the double digits.
Yeah.
Being on the double digits have that advantage of, hey, we are now closer and closer towards the set match point. And all the members of the M42 are going to be feeling a lot more of the pressure. They need to switch things up. They need to try something a little bit more different. And that's exactly what they're doing. They have placed the smoke to get a little bit more of an aggressive angle. But once again, M42, they're not pushing their corners. They're not pushing for information. And this could just cost them here. But once again, Team EXO, they're defaulting back to their A strategy. Sam, he's going to spot out the owl drone. This will be a call out for everyone. They have a possibility of coming on down towards that A side. Playing for the retake will be better, and that's exactly what they're going to be doing. But this retake is not going to be easy. They don't have ultimate to work with. While on the other side, they have the Killjoy ultimate as well. It's going to be working out in their favor. And oh, Ghost. Oh, he's gone. Good night.
Yeesh. Amazingly bounced shock guard by Sam over there. But that isn't gonna matter, or is it? He got away with another kill with that shock guard. Holy! And Hyper is gonna be stepping up his game too. Comes in with a beautiful clean kill on Excalibur and dashes out of the way. Ooh, M42, they're bringing the fight back to EXO. They're bringing it back to their home turf and in style. 2v5 right now, and they can't really do much, but M42, they're gonna be going hypersonic right now as Hyper picks up one kill and Venom is gonna be there to back him up. Puts up the 6th round on the board for them, but see, it's at the same time, it's still the double digits round for, you know, EXO, so they have much more confidence and much more breathing room for themselves. So even if they do mess up a few rounds, their economy is tight, their scorecard's pretty tight, and it isn't gonna take much for them to like just get 3 rounds. I really think that EXO can pull through this time, and we know the miraculous, you know, clutches, the miraculous executes, the miraculous retakes that they've done, and M42, they've got a lot to prove right now.
I got enough time to go into the astral form.
The thing is, in that last round, the guy hit a fadeaway shock dart that killed Blackhawk. It was a complete fadeaway. He just Kobe'd that shock dart out
I
at some point. He literally threw it as a Kobe and he got a kill out of it. That just does not happen. Honestly, really clean, but the thing is, the unsung hero in that round has to be Sam. Getting 2 kills like that with 2 shock darts, I don't think anyone can do it other than Sam.
Getting stuck there in that lockdown was worth it if you're gonna be pulling off a kill like that.
Here.
Yeah,
But
that's
speaking of kills like those, Hyper is looking to pick up another kill like that with the one he pulled off in the last round, but it's gonna be a little bit difficult and he needs a little bit of backup, and that backup is gonna be coming in. But it's gonna be coming in from the attacker side as the smokes are gonna be coming in through, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna be pushing it any time now. But they're playing mind games at this point. Garage control has to be taken, and that is being taken slowly. Ghost is leading the charge over here. There's nobody to take care of Garage at all. No information to be taken from there. EXO, they've got the advantage right now in my eyes. But M42, they could be taking it back any second, and they're playing it slowly. EXO are playing it slowly, and they're not overestimating M42 at all. They've given up the jig. They've told M42, no, we're going to be going down C, but no, instead of that, they're going to go for Mabuzel and go for B instead. And Rix is all alone there. There's only so much you can do with it. The entirety of EXO is going to be coming in, but no! Hyper steps in at the right time, he gets a kill, and Rix, I underestimated him, comes in, and with one spray down, gets Excalibur, goes the 2 top fraggers, and puts it down to 2 players. Blackhawk right around the corner, could be picking up a kill, but I don't really think he could be with Hyper around the corner, but Hyper's caught sleeping, and Blackhawk is gonna be pulling exactly what M42 were pulling off this time around. Oh my god, such an intense round. And M42, they are still in the advantage. They still have the time advantage. But Sai, if he gets 1 kill, that is in the form of Rix right now, they could still be making the cut. 2v2. Spike Land is be coming down if M42 push EXO. It's gonna be game over for them, and it is gonna be game over for them. And Sam and Emo are gonna be pushing in through and getting the last 2 kills for themselves. Oh my god, Rix with that spray down though.
This looks cool, man. You have to say though, for 1 second.
True.
Like, look at that. Like, Sai's right on top of the spike. There's a concert happening in the background, and it was Sam who's going in for that defuse as well.
Yeah.
Holographic light show possibly happening later on in the World Championships for Valorant.
Oh no.
Come on, Riot, make it happen.
Okay, but can I talk about Hyper and his operating skills? Like his op is just those flicks are just nutty.
He's hyper aggressive for a reason, man. And he has a
Wow.
really high
He's hyper
sensitivity.
for a reason,
Like,
yes.
but dude, he has a really high sensitivity. I'm very sure. But the fact
Clearly,
that
yeah, I can see that.
control that, the way that he's able to control that, though,
I
is just
swear.
so insane.
I'm gonna fanboy in Hyper right now because this guy's just taking my heart. Jeez, but let's see if we can take a few more souls too. But no, instead, the operator of the day is gonna be Excali. Picks up the first kill on Venom, instantly putting the advantage in their hands. And right now, they can go for a bamboozle play, and instantly they do exactly that. They're gonna be going for an A take instead. They're always keeping M42 on their toes, on their feet, keeping them guessing. But little do they know, they have a wild Sam over here who's going to be giving the call out because his recon dart has come in. And honestly, the only giveaway that EXO have as to what side they're going to be taking is that recon dart. And right now, the calls are going to be coming in through. A flank is coming in the form of Sky from the side of M42. Let's see if it works out for them. Sam is taking a lot of damage with the Dinosaur, and the hot hands can't really do much, but Rix is going to be right harder. And his aim is going to be true. Picks up 2 kills for himself. Looking to get the third, but no, Blackhawk is deep in the side to get that kill for himself, but no, Hyper is not going to be having any of that. Comes in and gets a beautiful Blaze Sharp kill, pushing EXO back, and it's only Wimp with the spike. He does have it in control. He has a lot of time. He has a lot of time to work around with. He can go all the way around to C side, but he's not going to be doing that. Hyper goes back to take a little bit of a breather, gets his health back, and it's going to be them double peeking him. And I don't really think that Wimp can be pulling it off, but he's pulling off the impossible. Pulls out that kill on Emo. Hyper is pulled off his operator. That's exactly what he needs. He tries to go in for the flick, and then he just cannot pull it off because Wimp is right there around the corner. And his aim is gonna be true. This is the Wimp that we know and love, and is gonna be showing us exactly why we know him as the way we do.
Yeah, he's not a wimpy kid anymore. He has now grown up, and he's a Giga Chad for a reason. He's just swinging out corners, man, and he's doing exactly that. And look at that spray. That's Wimp right now. He's pulling up those leads. He's ready. He's going in.
That too. But when the moment that Hyper pulled out his operator, decided to drop his Blade Storm, and he just pulled back on that lever, I was like, oh boy, something's gonna go down. But no, Wimp was ready for that.
Now Ghost is gonna be ready with his own running back. He's going in for the fights and he's hungry for it. Should be able to get 1 kill. Black Hole's gonna be the first one to take down Evo. Noise, he's just going. He just runs and goes down. Hyper, he's not gonna be expecting it. Black Hawk swings around the corner as well. Gets another one. Wims is gonna be the one to take out Rex, who wanted to go in for a B main aggressive push. And with that, it's already done and dusted. Sam, maybe 1 kill, not even gonna be able to get that. Instead, it's gonna be Sai being the one to shut him on down. 12 and 7 on the scorecards. This is a home map of M42 here, ladies and gentlemen, but it feels like their strategies are so textbook and so simple that Team EXO, they're reading into it and they know exactly how to counteract it. Their experience is what's getting them this.
To be honest, Aggressive, I wouldn't call this their home map. I'd call Split their home map, considering the amount of performance, the amount of confidence they showed there, and the new strategies that they had. I'd call Split their home map, not Haven, because Haven is clearly EXO's. We've had hit and miss runs with the EXO on the map of Haven before, but right now against M42, they're just absolute behemoths.
Feels like EXO, you don't really go up against them on this map and be able to take it away this lightly. They need to split something up. They need to play more based upon information, and that's exactly what they're doing. I like this play from Venom. He's playing it aggressively, but at the same time, it could be dangerous for them as well. Hyper's gonna miss that shot. That's gonna cost him there. And now, the side's gonna be towards the side of Team EXO, so they have nothing to worry about. Just go in for the plant, go in for the swing. It's gonna be completely fine. But Venom, he's pushing it. He's gonna be able to take down Sai on that lurk, and this is gonna be beautiful for them.
Exactly, the player advantage is in the hands of M42, and they know exactly where they are, but no! Excali is going to be caught sleeping, and Sam is going to be taking advantage of that. Venom on that flank gets another kill for himself. Blackhawk is there in that heaven position, and he might be able to pull something off, but no, Venom is on a streak here. Blackhawk, this is your opportunity. You gotta peek out, you gotta get those 2 kills. But not really. It's a 1v5 situation, and there's only there's only so much Blackhawk can do. I know the amount of the god that he is on the Astra whenever he's playing an Astra, but man, against a 5-man team, especially when it's M42, Blackhawk, even you've got to falter. But damn, that flank coming out from Venom.
Yeah, Venom, he played it aggressively. That was so out of the box that none of the members of Team EXO, they were even expecting it. But at the same time, after that first initial kill down on the side, I would expect them to know that Venom's there. He's probably holding spawn. They're going to be pushing him, but but just not able to get that trade. A little bit of a communication breakdown to say the very least from the side of Team X. So they tried their hardest on that round. So nice try. Just move on down forward on the following round. They don't really have anything. Not just yet, thanks.
I feel like it's a
They
little
have
bit
a
of
lot of-
desperation. It's a little bit of desperation, right, coming out from M42. It's already the 12th round on the scorecards at the match point, and Venom felt like he had to do something. He went there, and it worked out for him. But they have to pull up more stuff like that, and Venom is doing exactly that. Gets 2 kills for himself, but he's gonna be shut down instantly after that. But Side Dreams, on the other hand, picks up his hyper. He picks up his
What?
Hunter's Fury, and then there's Blackhawk. What else can I
Wait,
say?
He was fully through the smoke. He just randomly spammed it and got that kill.
It do be like that sometimes. It happens, and it's so satisfying when it does. But this is exactly the advantage that they needed, and it's just like a blessing from above that Blackhawk got that spray down through. But it's still a 2v3, and it's Rix and Hyper we're talking about. Hyper, he still has that operator, and we know how good his aim can be. With that high sensitivity, his crispy flicks are just something to die for. And honestly, they could be taking it back, but they have to play it thoughtfully. Side Dreams are in the corner, a bit too over aggressive, might be able to be taken out, but no, he gets taken. He gets the kill on the opponent instead. It's all up to Hyper. He could be clutching it out, but it's a 1v2 and he doesn't have time. It is the last round. Things are getting really tense, and Blackhawk, all he has to do is step out and put that one bullet into Hyper's head. That's exactly what he's gonna be doing. Oof, kudos to M42, but man, EXO, they're still gonna be the reigning champions. They're still gonna be the gods that they are.
It's going to be a 2-0 victory for the side of Team EXO, ladies and gentlemen. And honestly, you have to say that Hyper, he tried his hardest to try and bring this round back in their favor, but right up till the very end, you have to say that Blackhawk getting that through smoke kill was the final nail in the coffin. You don't really have to worry about anything. If you get a kill like that, with the stars aligning this beautifully, like, what do you have to worry about?
True.
You found everything there. But at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, I would have expected just a little bit more from the side of M42 because this is a map that they picked up. But in a way, I feel that their split was a lot more stronger than their pick of Haven, which was really questionable in my eyes.
True. I wouldn't call it questionable. Yeah, you can say that their normal strategies would be better off on the map of Haven, but it is what it is. You practice some more on one map and you might have a little bit of lesser practice on the other. And that it goes to show M42 just had split nailed down, and Haven was not something that they put a lot of thought into, but EXO, they've evenly put their experience through all of the maps, and that goes to show that that's exactly why they won the first 2 maps out clean. And what a show match this was, aggressive, because we saw amazingly clippable moments from M42 and EXO alike. And boy, these guys are new kids on the block, but Rix, he can spray, and Hyper, he can flick.
Yeah, that is for sure. The match hours are going to get prepped up and ready here, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to be heading on down onto that soon enough.
Yeah.
But as that is getting prepped up, you guys got to remember, if you want to hit moments like this as well as we do head on down over onto the match highlights, make sure to check all the links down below in the description because the registrations are live for the Great Indian Festival tournament as well. You don't want to miss that. 10 lakh rupees on the line. The top team is going to be the one to take it all away. And you got to remember, if you want to play like the pros here as well, we got a couple of more things down the line for you as well to remember on. Because, hey, if you want to play like these pros, you got to have the same amount of peripherals as well. So make sure to head on down over to the Great Indian Festival sales on Amazon. Get yourself a couple of peripherals from the side of Logitech. Get yourself a proper headset as well, because you don't want to be blaming your headset for any sort of kills that you get stabbed on from the back. So now that that's all of the out of the way, let's talk a little bit more about what really went wrong here on this map in particular. In a way, it was just a lot more of an experienced play style from the side of Team
Yeah.
EXO. They're the more experienced team. I would say that a really good effort from M42. They played exceptionally well for the experience level that they are. And I do believe that as a team, when they start growing a lot more, I believe that they will be able to perform a lot more beautifully. But I honestly do think that they played to the meta a little bit too much instead of playing their own playstyle, instead of playing their own comfort. And that's one of the main reasons why they lost here. The thing about Valorant, when you're starting off as a team, play for comfort. Don't try and focus on the meta. Because as soon as you start focusing on the meta, you forget your own playstyles. You start overthinking things. You just try to play a certain way, and that's just not going to be working for you. That's going to hurt you a lot. And Team EXO, they have their own playstyles. They know how to play the meta as well. They know everything because they're the much more experienced team. And M42, I just want them to play much more based upon their own styles, because as soon as they play on their own styles, they're such an incredible team. We saw that on the map of Split. We just weren't able to see the same thing on the map of Haven.
True. Honestly, I'd say that for every team, there are two kind of play styles that they can resort to. And no, I'm not talking about either over aggressing or playing super passively. That is there, but it's more like you are either fluidic and dynamic with whatever you do, or you're so good with your textbook Valorant, you're so good with your textbook strategies that it works out for you every time. It's just clean, calculated executes that you methodically think out. And honestly, for the mappa split at least, it worked out beautifully for M42. It takes a lot more processing power and a lot more energy to do that, but that just seems to be the one that works out for M42, and they should have stuck with that. But they just couldn't because they didn't have the amount of practice, or so it seemed like, on the map of Haven, and a little more practice. And I'm pretty sure they're going to be right up there going up against teams like XO. And honestly, once they started getting fluidic, they were good at that too. Towards the end, you saw the desperation coming out from Venom, and he started going away from the strategies. Started going in for aggressive flanks, for aggressive pushes, and they should have done that much earlier, in my opinion. They shouldn't have stuck to their guns to the very, very end, and it honestly cost them their lives. And I'd say that that's their only flaw, that they're not being dynamic enough. Otherwise, they're an amazing team. And to put up such a score line against a team like EXO is no easy feat. And they managed that with such amazing grace and finesse that EXO themselves must be like going like, okay, this team is something to consider, something to be, feared or like considered, and not just, underestimated more like. But at the end of the day, EXO is, at the end of the day, it's still gonna be EXO. EXO is gonna be EXO, and they're just amazing at what they do. And let's just take a look at what we saw throughout the day. We're going to be going into the map veto, and we'll show you the exact score lines that we were just talking about: 14-12 and 13-8, with EXO taking both of these two maps. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. M42 is a really good team, and they've shown us a lot of new strategies, and the fact that underdog teams can go straight up against the top dogs out there. But EXO is still EXO.
Yeah, Team EXO, they are an indestructible force for a reason. They're that iron wall that you can't really go up against as easily when you are a new and up and coming team. But I would say that this new and up and coming team, they gave EXO a run for their money, especially on the map of Split. That's their best map, but I feel as though, in a way, Team EXO, that's their best map for another reason entirely. Wayne, when I look at the statistics of this map in particular, EXO, they win all of their matches on the map of Split on overtime. It
Somehow.
always is an overtime. They never win it on a very decisive scoreline, or when they do win it on a decisive scoreline, it's very rare. Every single time that they do win, it has to be an overtime. It has to be a 14-12 scoreline. Otherwise, it just does not happen for them. But then again, Haven being map, it's just another thing entirely. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, that's all that we have for you for this one. And Team EXO, they're going to be walking away with the 1,11,000 111 rupees prize pool. It's a lot of effort to say this entire thing. It's a massive amount of numbers, and hey, the memes are gonna be there, but at the same time, you know what else is there? The great Indian festival sale, ladies and gentlemen, from the side of Amazon. And hey, we gotta thank Amazon for all the jazz that they have given us right here in front of your screens. We gotta talk about the sales just a little bit more as well to show them their appreciation. And if you want to see more tournaments like this, and if you want to have that tournament that we are doing as well for the Great Indian Festival Championship, all the links down below in the description, by the way, if you want to sign up. You gotta show them the support. Go down over to Amazon right here and right now, ladies and gentlemen. Check out all of the deals. Amazing discounts all over. And hey, Logitech, they got you covered as well. Get yourself a webcam, get yourself a headphone, get yourself a mouse, get yourself a mouse pad even, and a keyboard while you're at it. Get yourself beefed up and ready, because more tournaments are just around the corner.
True.
Hey, if you don't want to miss it, if you want to play against M42 and Team EXO, you got to get yourself prepped up and ready. We are ready and waiting for that tournament to start up, which is going to be starting up in a couple of days here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't really forget about that. Main point, we're going to be casting through the entire thing as well. But for now, that's all that we have for you for today. Thank you all for watching, and thank you all for stopping by. And as you have stopped by, make sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, and also hit that notification bell as soon as we do go live, and also follow our socials in the process as well.
Yep.
But for now, it's going to be your boy Aggressive, joined by Queen, signing on off. Thank you all for watching, and we're going to be catching you soon in the following tournament.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. And we don't need to do the things we don't wanna do.